Someone say hi. 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 Hello, everyone.
Hi.
It is I. Yes, my microphone decided to not connect for a second, but I fixed it. Hello and welcome, everyone, to Tracks of Terror Episode 2. We are here. We are very excited to get back on track, I suppose you could say, literally, because they're on the train. The Central Pacific Railroad, otherwise known as the Transcontinental Railroad. And, yeah, we're gonna go around, we're gonna say who we are, who we're playing, and then we're gonna get into a little recap and get right back into it. We'll start, we'll go in the opposite direction as last week, and this way, and we'll start with Hollowtail. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to session. It's going to be a blast. Enjoyed playing Bucky last time, so very excited to get back into my totally not a con man.
Totally not a con man, is what I think about Kate Madison. How are you today?
Oh, I am good. I'm looking forward to seeing if I have more nightmares as my character of Kitty.
Probably.
And see what probably.
Yeah.
Probably. It's downhill. We all know this. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Do I need to tell who my character is? I've totally forgotten how
Kitty
we do
Cartwright.
this.
Tell us Kitty Cartwright.
Kitty. Well, so Kitty is a single white female who is on the edge of her prime, really. She's late 20s, so really needs to be settling down and getting a man, as her aunt would say. But she is too obsessed with the fact that her father disappeared 5 years ago, and she doesn't know what happened. And it's been weighing on her, and so she is hoping that this job is going to help her find answers and closure. But we will find out. It might just give her nightmares about penguins. We will see.
It might just give her nightmares about penguins, is what, nightmares about penguins is something I think Doc Rimbo might suffer from. How are you today?
Not true. It's mostly just boring nightmares, like my teeth falling out and not having my homework done.
Oh.
But, but hi, I'm Doc Rimbo, and I am excited to be here. I'm playing Edison Jones, who is, in this alternate universe, a lawyer, and definitely a human, and not a robot in any way. So, last week he saw a human child for the first time, apparently, ever, so where is there to go from here? I don't know. We'll see.
Someone who has seen a human child before, it would be Frost from Fire. How are you?
Still horrified from the experience, Lindy, but I appreciate you checking in about it.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I actually had my first kind of driving lesson today, so that was my excitement for the day. That's right, they let me out there with someone's vehicle, and I managed not to kill anybody, myself, or the car. So, progress. I'm playing August Hope, who would have loved to have his first driving lesson today. But instead, he is being a very good boy assistant to Mr. Jones, and so excited to be in, this first-class experience, traveling across the country with all these very interesting people around, and questionable penguins who can apparently play poker. Very normal, maybe. I don't know.
Someone who's very normal, maybe, is Susanna Grace. How are you today?
I'm normal, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm tired today because my hockey team won last night and I was so hyped up on it that I didn't go to sleep until 3 a.m. So I'm tired. But hey, the Habs, we've got a playoff spot, so that's worth it. I'm very excited to delve into more terror and to be a snobby Victorian lady who just needs to let down her barriers a little bit and just relax. And I'm not scared of penguins, but I might be by the end of this campaign. Not sure.
Someone who might be scared of penguins from the last campaign, Hot Flakes Tom, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well. I love Doris personally, as long as Doris isn't staring directly into my soul. I'm good. I really, oh, there we go. Yep, there it is. See, every time it makes me chuckle. But yeah, I love Doris. I think Doris is wonderful, particularly when you dress her up. With and I believe the last campaign there was almost like a new outfit every time.
I couldn't help but notice that Doris is a cappella today, which of course is
the
Italian for
tiny
without a
sombrero
hat.
was on my desk because I was doing things. Don't worry about it.
Unfortunately, I'm not playing Doris, but I am playing
Oh.
Ryan Hawks, who is almost as bad as Doris. So, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Doris will be present today, as Doris is ever present in certain aspects. So, I'm the Keeper of Arcane Lore, Laugh of Lindy, that's me, and we're gonna get to a little recap-aroo. Last week on Tracks of Terror, the group was in Sacramento, San Francisco area of California, and they had first-class tickets with a sleeper car. A sleeper car berths, very expensive. Tickets on the Central Pacific Railroad with a transfer to the Union Pacific because they got a letter in the mail, each of them individually, from Othniel Marsh, paleontologist, famous paleontologist of the area, and president of the National Academy of Sciences right now. He was in contact with Professor Arthur Lakes, who said he found a great grand discovery, and since he was responsible for, well, a good number of Marsh's discoveries, he was very intrigued. He seems to have a knack for finding the good bone digging spots. But the thing is, he hasn't received any communication with Professor Lakes, which is unusual. And his wife also said she doesn't know where he is. So you all have been hired to go look into that, to find Professor Lakes and his great discovery. Got tickets, which are $106 in 1883 money, which is about $3,500 in today's money. And you've been chugging along on the Transcontinental Railroad. They left Sacramento in the evening, met some of their fellow passengers, some of which are maybe more sketchy than others, some of which might be more delightful than others. It's all a matter of personal opinion, I'm sure. And they had their overnight service, the turn-down service. Some of them may have had strange dreams, including Doris and maybe the voice of their father in a strange jungle. That's weird. I wouldn't worry about it, though, at least not yet. And they're pulling into the train station at their first stop on the railroad, which is going to be for breakfast at Reno, which is in Nevada territory. And train whistle goes off, indicating that they have pulled to a stop. Everyone's been in their seats as the turn-down service has come back again to turn everything into a lovely sitting cabin for the day. But you've arrived. It is Saturday, April 7th, 1883 at 7 a.m. You all have 30 minutes to get your breakfast from the dining halls and get back aboard the train. What do you all do? Oh, also the weather is calm and sunny right now.
Oh,
August, the train whistle indicates that we've come to a stop. We only have 30 minutes, so we'd better get going.
You're right. I'll get the luggage together for your lunch,
Thank you.
dinner, breakfast.
Yes,
I've
and,
already forgotten what time of day it is. What time is it?
It is breakfast time. I understand that train travel can be disorienting.
He pulls
but,
on the little pull thing and the window covering goes,
Yep.
Ah,
Curtains open up.
oh,
it's bright out there, Mr. Jones.
yes. You appear to be in the desert.
Oh, look, I see a green thing. What's that?
That, I believe, is a man's hat, but next to him is a cactus.
Oh, you're right. I'll get your things together.
Very good. Don't forget my special silverware that I brought from home.
Freshly polished.
Thank you. All right, I will depart now. And then he turns and walks off the train
Wonderful.
after announcing his departure.
Excellent. The porters have pulled down the stairs and put a little step stool with more steps for you all to have an easy time getting up and out because you are in the first class sleeper car. And breakfast is available because you guys are also first class. You guys get to be first, and you get to cut the line basically. Breakfast is $1, which is the equivalent of about $35 in today's money. But not a lot of food out here, so they can charge what they want. And it's expensive to ship food to basically just a dining hall in the middle of nowhere. So Reno is not a big city in Nevada yet. That'll be a few years from now, and then there'll be a small city. So the breakfast hall is a hustlin' and a bustlin' as chefs are whipping together breakfast on the breakfast menu. We have, I'm sorry, let's just get this one. The breakfast menu, we have porridge, grilled fish, or pancakes with jam, and for beverage, coffee and tea.
I'm going to grab some pancakes and a coffee.
Excellent. That'd be $1. So, each person, I know I'm bringing in the Call of Cthulhu money mechanic. You guys have a daily spending limit. It should be on your character sheets, or at least on your.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was doing when I set this up, so I have no idea how poor I really am.
Wonderful. Looks like your spending level per day is $2, and you have $3 in cash.
I don't even have enough for 3 meals. Okay. This is okay. Cool. All right, I load up
just
as
coffee
many pancakes
and a
as I'm
biscuit.
able.
Just coffee and a biscuit is 40 cents. So there is that as an option as well.
Yeah, no, she's doing that. She's doing she's reaching for the pancakes and then thinking to herself, yeah, coffee and a biscuit it is.
Okay.
A really
so
strong cup of coffee.
Mina would be with Kitty.
You put some points in
Like
credit
the
score.
ladies thing. So Mina's gonna walk up and she'll
Very
see
confusing.
Kitty look at the pancakes and then sort of reach for the biscuits and the coffee instead, and she's like, "Get the pancakes, dear." And she's gonna pay for you. Because I have a credit rating of 35, baby. I got fucking money to spend.
I had no idea what I was doing. It was like it seemed to limit me to like 1 to 6 or something. And I was like, middle ground. I have no idea. Anyway, it's fine. She doesn't really have much money. She's
It's fair.
She's
It's
been
fair.
living off her aunt.
It's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And she sheepishly gets some some pancakes. Thank you very much.
It's all right. And then Mina's gonna get herself some porridge and a cup of tea.
Yep. They are happy. There is a choice between green tea and black tea, which is
Black tea, none of
quite
that green
nice.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Black tea, thank you.
Yeah. And as you guys breeze through the line, you see the long line of immigrants trying to get their breakfast fast. Most of them are opting for the coffee and biscuit or the tea and a biscuit because that's, much more of the price range. But it is quite good. The pancakes are light and fluffy. They're of a good quality. And then the jam is jammy. You have between option of strawberry or cherry.
Mina's feeling decadent and she goes for the cherry.
I will follow suit. I'm basically watching this lady now like, he's like, she knows what she's doing. She has money. I'm just gonna hover very close to her.
Wonderful. And what does Ryan and Bucky get? What do they have for breakfast? Do they pay for breakfast?
I mean, Ryan, you can go first if you want.
Yeah, Ryan will pay for breakfast.
Alright.
So I think he'll have the pancakes and coffee too.
Yeah, very classic.
And he'll probably go with strawberry.
Strawberry.
Instead.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice and sweet.
Yeah,
Pancakes.
I think he needs that little extra for traveling. And I think he has got a bit of a sweet tooth as well, so
I can see that.
Yeah.
What about our dear Bucky Boone? You do have all
he's
that
g-
communion plate money.
I do have a lot of communion money, but I might want to spend that elsewhere. It's God's money, right?
Sure.
So I think he's gonna try and find our wonderful animal man, his Australian. and
Yes,
see
your
if he can convince
Australian
him
friend.
to maybe pay for breakfast because I forgot my wallet on board and I don't have $1 right now, but I'll pay you back. I'm good for it.
Mr. Francis Bailey, can you give me a charm, persuade, or fast talk? I'll either method will work. No,
Okay, no worries.
whichever one you prefer to roll.
It's close.
It was close. But you guys had played some poker yesterday.
Yeah.
You got a bit of a rapport going on. Yeah, he'll get you some breakfast. He's having the fish, the grilled fish. with a few
I'll join him.
vegetables.
I'll take
Yeah.
his recommendation. I'll have some grilled fish, some veg, and some coffee.
Yeah, it is locally caught in the river that kind of runs through Reno, so it's fresh fish, which is always a boon. Sometimes meat's hard to transport, so fresh fish is quite good. Quite good.
Lovely.
And what about Edison in August?
Edison takes twice as long as everybody else because he talks with the serving staff about how much seasoning is added into the porridge.
I don't add any,
make sure
you just
that's-
add it yourself.
Okay, then phew. So
It's like
that's
salt and
really-
pepper, and you can add to afterwards.
Meanwhile, I'm
Mhm.
checking the temperature is correct for him, and I'm polishing up his spoon. And
It's in a giant
literally,
like cauldron, and they're like scooping out bowls.
yeah, August like has taken like one of these little bowls. He's got like the little silver spoon, and he like wipes it off, repolishes. Like,
Edison
make
nods.
sure that Jones can't really see, but that Jones knows it's the right temperature as he
that
hands
he's
it to
testing
him.
it. Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Um,
he'll pour a coffee and he'll glance over his shoulder to get Jones's reaction. But then he sips the coffee and he hands Jones water that's been correctly checked for temperature. This
It's
is not his
all
first
room
breakfast with Mr. Jones.
water, because they don't have ice out here. So it's hot coffee, hot tea, or lukewarm room temp water.
August, you are at your best today. Well done.
Well, Mr. Jones, I promised I'd put my best foot forward.
Which one is that?
My right, it's slightly bigger than my left.
Ah, I see. Yes, my feet are of equal size, but I prefer to lead with my right as well. So we have that in common. We are bonding. Let us go find a place to sit.
Carries the tray or whatever it is of stuff and
Lead him.
There are big, long tables with benches lining the walls and, the inside areas of this dining hall. But there is a smaller table section with chairs for first-class passengers.
Jones would also pay for August's meal.
Okay,
So
August
how much
would
is
be
it per
good.
person?
$1.
$1. I have $5 a day. So
Okay.
So I mean, yeah.
There you
Just
go.
make it rain.
I get coffee and pancakes.
Coffee and pancakes. Yeah, the food is batch made
I'm
to
a growing
cook.
boy, Lindy. I need
Yeah.
a good stack of pancakes.
You need a good stack of pancakes, and they serve it right up with a big old dollop of jam on top. And it's the good jam. It's like the preserve, so there's actually little chunks of the fruit in there. It's not just like jelly, where it's like we strained the fruit out to use it elsewhere. So it's the good stuff.
I think Jones would want to sit with Mina.
Okay.
And
Easy enough.
by default, whoever Mina's sitting with. So, even when you're in the middle of the desert, you stay on your level of society, right? And so he would
There's-
sit down and
It's like one table that will fit 16 people because that's how many people fit in the
Right.
first class car. So, but there's chairs instead of a bench, so it's a little more comfortable.
ooh, nice. I was hoping for private tables, Miss Staunton, but I see that we are in a big room full of people.
We are
would you care
indeed.
if me and my boy August sit with you?
No, feel free. You're
All
welcome.
right.
I feel like our days of fine dining and comfortable establishments may be short.
Yes, I believe we are on an adventure. I hear that yesterday on the train there was a platypus.
There was indeed, yes, quite a
Yes.
fine specimen.
Oh, really? Well, I've always admired your artwork, of course, and maybe you will paint a picture of some of the taxidermied animals.
I had considered it, maybe sometime a way to pass the time while we're traveling.
At this point, I'd like to move on from small talk and ask you your opinion on the other people on the train, the people who are not within our group. Have you had a read of them yet?
Mina's gonna pull up a napkin to hide the little smile as Jones is gonna move on from small talk. I've not had much chance to have conversation with our fellow cabin friends, mates. Cabin mates, is that what you'd say?
I suppose.
Miss Cartwright is quite a pleasant young woman.
Yes.
I'm somewhat
So it would
acquainted with
seem.
Mr. Hawkes.
I'm familiar with his work, but not him as a person. And Mr. Boone is a mystery to me somewhat. Do you know him?
I do not.
What are the others? I hope you do not think me a busybody, but some gentlemen behind me were... It appears they were going over legal paperwork, so I snuck a peek. I think they are dealing with land acquisition. I wonder if it has anything to do with where we're heading.
I'm not certain. I mean, that's the Great American Project, is it not?
Yes,
Go wherever you
expansion.
wish, and purchase
Yes,
property,
indeed.
and throw up a township here and there.
Yes, a bit unseemly at times, if you ask me. But I suppose it is a big country, and what are we going to do? Run out of room? That's absurd.
Exactly.
Very good.
What of
Well,
yourself,
now I
Mr.
will eat my
Jones?
porridge. If you wish to keep talking, I will listen.
I see. And she's about to start like a second, just more chatter, and then he's like, "Okay, all right, conversation's done."
And when
Porridge.
people are coming to the table, you can see that the family of 3 is taking the longest to get their food. I want strawberry and cherry jam on my pancakes, Daddy. And he's all right, well, and then so they're like, ordering basically double pancakes to get each flavor of jam, and yeah.
It's too many pancakes.
Yep. Yeah, so they're taking the longest, but the 2 businessmen on a business trip sit down at the end of the table. Well, kind of more like in the middle of the table. They leave the end for the family so that they can just consolidate them over there in the 3 chairs at the end.
See,
And Mr. Francis Bailey will be coming back with Bucky right about now. They both have the fish. And Mr. Lee and Mrs. Price, or Ms. Price, I'm sorry, she's currently unwed. They would be coming to the table about now as well. Well, as well as the rest of the group. We will just kind of sit all together though.
Yeah, does our little group, do we all cluster on one end of the
Yeah.
table and everybody else at the other? Like, what's...
getting clicky already. On Saturday, what is it? Saturday. On Saturdays, we wear grey.
Not for me, not for another year at least.
I think Ryan will
I
probably
see. Still in
sit,
mourning.
like somewhere like in the middle between the both groups, but
Mm-hmm.
essentially all he's got is a newspaper out reading while he's eating his pancakes and drinking coffee.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, I think Bucky would be closer to you, but probably talking with the with the Australian currently. They'd keep looking over because he does recognize you from the train and give you a little wave.
Is it just a big hall, like a big canteen, essentially?
Yes, it's a huge. It's
no-
like a big building, tall roof, so the heat can rise and not affect those eating. A lot of benches and long tables with people crammed in trying to scarf down their food real quick. A lot of biscuits and coffee at those tables. And then there's there's 2 tables of 16 people each. One for the first class but not sleeper car, and then one for the first class sleeper car, which is what your guys' table is. Those have chairs, and they're a little bit offset, so it's a little quieter because it's at the end of the building and not in the middle where all the people are walking and hustle and bustle. So it's a little nicer, but you're still in a big dining hall.
Mm-hmm.
You're just in the corners, so you don't have people walking by all the time.
Yeah.
The thinking,
I was trying to think who I'd want to go talk to, or I might wait. Everyone looks like they're having conversations or engrossed. I think she's just people watching Kitty at the moment.
It is great people watching here. There is so many people, trying to scarf down breakfast because there's about 15 minutes left of it. People are trying to make sure they get it in before they have to hop back on the train because you can't
Whistles
bring the
start
coffee. You
blowing
can bring the
and-
biscuit with you, but you can't bring the coffee with you.
Got
So,
ya.
yeah.
Mhm.
You gotta wash the mugs.
August is having a very busy breakfast because every time a lady approaches the table, he stands up to sit down when she sits down. So it's like a constant nearly having some pancakes and then having to wait and then sitting down.
August,
And
I'm
he's
not sure
keeping
the
a-
rules of etiquette apply when we are in shared seating. I don't know. See, here we are roughing it a bit. Look, that doorway doesn't even have a door.
Oh, I was just trying to be polite, Mr. Jones. You know, we were in first class.
We are, yes, and we do want to make a good impression. But if you keep standing up and sitting down, we'll miss the departure of the train. You should probably eat something.
Yes, sir.
August, have you noticed Miss Cartwright? She is traveling alone. Perhaps you should go and speak with her.
He's like hovering with like a mouth, like a fork full of pancakes. He like gently sits down. You're right, Mr. Jones. I should go and say good morning.
Good idea.
He gets up and abandons his pancakes.
Oh
Poor August's gonna be hungry for the rest of the day.
And he's got his hat, which he just carries around with him because he never knows if he's meant to be wearing it or not. And he's kind of fiddling with the brim, and he kind of nods to Miss Staunton first, and then to Miss Cartwright. Ma'am, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
How are you finding your trip so far?
Good. Yeah. No, it's very pleasant so far. I slept pretty well. It's a little different sleeping on a bunk in a train, but how
Ain't
about
it just
yourself?
the strangest thing, the way it just keeps chugging along with your sleep? I mean, I'm sorry, ma'am.
No, carry on. Did you want to bring your food over? It's getting cold over there.
Oh, it's quite all right, ma'am. It's just nice to make your acquaintance.
Oh, sorry. Kitty Cartwright. And you are?
Oh, I'm August Hope. It's nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Jones's associate. Junior associate. Very junior associate.
Yeah.
I ain't a lawyer or nothing. I just helps him out sometimes.
Oh, you hoping to be a lawyer?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. There's some highfalutin smart talk and stuff.
Well, I guess we can all have aspirations. Oh, well, so you just help him out?
Oh, that's right. I try to keep his affairs in order so he can concentrate on all the important stuff.
Oh, that's very kind of you. That's actually a very important job.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, ma'am, and I'm real happy I got to say good morning to you, and I hope you're enjoying your breakfast. I see I'm holding you up from it.
No, not at all. But do eat, because I think we
10
might need to
minutes
get back
left till departure.
we'll talk again on the train.
Of course, ma'am. Mr. Jones says I talks too much anyways.
Oh, sure. You're fine. Don't worry.
Well, you enjoy the rest of your breakfast, ma'am.
Thank
Or
you very
August
much.
can
Sir.
start eating again. Edison says, August, I'm finished with my porridge. Would you clear my plates, please?
Of course. Can I get you a little more water before we depart towards the train? It's awful smoky on the platform.
Yes, but I'm afraid there's no time. The train departs in 10 minutes, as you've recently heard. I don't want to miss it. I want to be on the train in advance of the departure. So we shall head there now. Have you finished your food?
Yes, sir. I'll clear my plates as well at the same
Right.
time.
Very good.
He like takes it, he turns his like shoves
Like-
one whole
like
pancake
eating a whole-
in his mouth. He's like, oh. He makes sure he keeps his back and he
Yeah.
like walks as straight as he can. but
Absolutely.
if you see the front of him, it's just mastication.
Yes, you were able to scarf down your pancakes because you are the first class section, so it does take a minute to get the plates to the waiters who are clearing other tables. And they're like, oh, sir, you don't need to bring your plate. We'll take your plate for you. And they see you eating, and they just take the empty porridge bowl and they give you a nod because they suspect you might be a
Don't worry,
servant.
August. Don't worry. Remember, we let people do the jobs to which they are assigned.
Yes, sir. I won't do the washing up.
Very good. Are you all right?
Pancake.
Oh, yes. They're quite heavy, from my understanding. I do not care for them.
Yes, I think I was a little overindulgent in the jam.
Yes, let this be a lesson to you. Jams and jellies are full of sugar. And, I don't think that's good for you. The science isn't back on that yet.
Sugar is of a questionable science. You're right, sir.
Yes, it is questionable science.
August quickly turns again and shoves the last pancake in because he really wants to eat his breakfast.
They're real good.
Right. Off to the train. Want to make sure we are seated maybe 5 or 6 minutes in advance of the departure time.
We lost.
I'm back.
No.
Lindy
I'm
back.
back.
Back
Oh,
but at the
oh, that was
bottom
a cool
of my
check.
screen. It's kind of.
Oh my gosh, it
back at the
reconnected.
Ooh,
top.
stream went wonk.
Yeah, no, I just
Oh.
lost internet for a
Yeah,
second.
it's-
That was
Hey, that was fun.
strange. So
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
just put people back in the right spots real quick, play musical charades, because I left and that fucked everything.
Well, hell, I'm August
Oh.
Hope.
Who do we need to play now? Yeah, right.
still me.
We're
No,
good
go with
now.
it, go with it.
It was only at the top row that I had to
Oh,
fix.
I'm still
Ma'am.
okay.
Ma'am?
Right?
Yeah.
We got
Miss
Tokrimbo.
Walter is Edison.
August
Ma'am.
and Edison have switched. I think that's amazing. Right now, you have to play the other role.
There you go.
It's like a, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
It's like a comedy of errors. Sounds like
Oh
Shakespeare
my
up in here.
gosh, that was so scary. But we should be back now. Yes, I see us. Yes, we're good. Whew. Don't know what happened. My internet decided to just go and like choke on a pancake, I guess.
Oh no, it's the make it roll for sanity.
Yeah, everyone roll Sandy.
Sanity checks. No, we're good. It's the internet. But yes, you were able to get to the train, which is just idling early. Everyone else is able. You're able to finish your breakfast with 5 minutes to spare before you board the train.
Lindy,
Yes,
can
Tom.
I, as I'm nomming
Absolutely.
on my pancakes, drinking my
Yes.
coffee, and somewhat reading the newspaper, have a
Mhm.
look around at the people to see if there are, I don't know, anyone kind of like, maybe arguing or talking quite quietly or anything that that seems out of the ordinary.
Sure. Could you give me a spot hidden check, please?
Sure, I shall give it a go. I just about succeed.
You
Roll
succeed.
20 hates me. It genuinely hates me.
Well, you didn't fail, so I think
I didn't,
a
but-
success is a success, Tom, and we're gonna take them as they come. So you're looking around at the table. That like 5-6-year-old girl, she's real bratty. She is demanding blueberry jam for her pancakes, but there's no blueberry jam here. And you know that. Her parents know that, but demands have not been met. And it's just it's an ordeal, and you're glad it's at the other end of the table. The two gentlemen who you haven't met yet, but they look like totally just businessmen on a business trip. They're talking together, rather hushed and quietly, going back and forth while they eat. They one of them has the porridge, and one of them has the fish.
Okay.
And otherwise, Mr. Lee and Ms. Price are being very lovey-dovey and like feeding each other at breakfast. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's PDA.
Scandalous.
There
Oh
is
my
scandalous
God.
amounts of PDA between those two.
Goodness me.
Mr. Milton Crabapple seems pretty reserved. He's eating he's got the fish as well.
Any relative to a certain crabapple I know?
Well, if you know, you know Tom. Yes, this would be Mildred's brother-in-law.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's off to east to meet his nephew who's just born.
Ooh. There we go.
Yeah. Yep. So that's how everyone
All
at the
these
table's-
stories interlinked. Amazing.
There's always something from little Lindy always puts little
Little
things
sprinkle,
in every single
sprinkle,
game.
sprinkle.
Yeah.
And Mr. Francis Bailey seems to be really enjoying the fish and chatting with Mr. Boone about. It seems maybe he's talking excitedly about like the formations of like cactus that you can see out the window of the dining hall. He seems pretty excited about about this because it reminds him a little bit of the Australian outback, which he's telling Mr. Boone all
Okay.
about. Yeah.
Okay.
Loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Once he's kind of just finished, he'll clear up his plate. He'll just finish up with the pancakes, take one last savory
Yeah.
swig of his
So I guess the most
coffee.
suspicious people would be the two businessmen that are just kind of
Yeah.
hushed quietly.
Yeah.
They look pretty
That's all right.
serious as they're talking.
And secretly inside, he's wishing that his future child won't be as bratty as that little one. And he rolls up the newspaper and he kind of stands up and he's going to make his way back to the train.
All right. Anything anyone else wants to do before we leave the breakfast hall in Reno, Nevada territory?
I'll see if I can convince them to give me a couple extra biscuits for the road, and other than that, I'm good.
Oh, okay,
get
so
my
you're gonna
money's
talk to
worth.
the to the wait staff. Yeah. All right. Couple biscuits for
Yeah.
the road. Can you give me another persuasive skill, charm, persuade? Fast talk
Oh,
to
I
the
most
wait staff.
certainly can. Let's go for another charm.
Hard
Hard
with a hard
success.
success, they think you maybe there was like a miscommunication, and you got your coffee because you walk up with your coffee cup and like, oh, you didn't get your biscuits, and they give you two for the inconvenience of yeah. You're able to pull a fast one and get 2 biscuits for the road.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll give one to the gentleman who bought me breakfast as we go on board as well, and go. Oh, hey, actually, I got you an extra biscuit, so you take that for the road.
Oh, that's great. I'm not fond of you, mate. Thanks.
No problem. Thank you for telling me all about those outbacks.
Oh yeah,
The bush.
kangaroos, they're real wild, you know, and then the dingoes, yeah.
Oh, those things, they sound real wild.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. I don't think you know anything like that here, but I am hoping we see some buffalo. I've heard they're real big blokes.
Oh. Well, I mean, we might see some buffalo, and if we do, I'm sure you'll learn a lot about them. Maybe take one home to the outback.
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah.
Oh, I'd say so. He says, and he goes on and gets back into his seat.
Yeah. He grabs
nibbles
the
his
biscuit and a
bit.
kerchief and like puts it in his pocket for later. And Doris is sitting in a seat when you return onto the train.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. And the as you all board back on the train,
Lindy, I have one small thing I'd like to do for August.
Of course.
So once Mr. Jones is settled, he's going to make a quick excuse about going and getting a fresh newspaper for him because we didn't do that on the way to the dining hall.
Mm-hmm.
And Jones is perfectly happy to stay there and just check off the guests as they come back on the train to make sure everybody's aboard.
Mm-hmm.
August will skedaddle to try and grab a paper, but what he wants to do, Lindy, is there like a ticket window, like a little admin-y train spot here?
There would be a small one, yeah.
So August will go up to the
There's a couple people getting picked up here.
Place, and he'll see if he can find someone who's working like behind the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy,
see a grizzled older gentleman. It looks like he maybe was a prospector at some point. His skin is basically leather at this point, and he has half his teeth maybe. He's like, oh yeah, what can I do for you?
Howdy, sir. It's a real nice day we're having here.
Yep.
I was wondering if you could do something for me, it's for my mother, really.
Maybe.
And August pulls out a folded sheet of paper from his pocket. I said to my mama I'd get her something everywhere we stopped, and I was wondering if you had a train station stamp or something I could put on this.
Yeah, we got a punch card. Look at a piece of paper. Let me see what we got here. Takes it and looks at it. Is it like, what kind of paper is this? Is this like a postcard?
So on the other side is the letter that August was writing.
Okay.
And so he's kind of turned it over to like the blank side that hasn't yet been written on.
He's basically just making sure that it's not like, I want to have you stamp this ticket that I've totally forged. Yeah. He sees that it's a letter and goes, oh yeah, I can give you a train stamp from this station.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you. Thank you, sir.
Well, actually, it's a punch. We don't stamps are too easily forged. We got and he digs through a drawer.
That's fine.
And he looks, today's is Saturday. No, probably. And he digs through, and you hear all sorts of clinking and clamoring, and we got it. He takes the letter, and he like gets in the corner, and he does a punch, and it's like of a crescent moon with a dot below it. Seems to be the punch for the station.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that so much. I gotta be going, but
train's gonna leave without you if you don't get on.
Oh, I really hope not. You have a good day now, sir. You enjoy the sunshine.
Yep.
I gotta go. And he like shoves the paper under there. He shoves the other thing in the pocket.
Jones is sitting there with like his pencil hovering over the box next to August's name. Just
Absolutely.
Because if he's not on this train, I'm lost.
Well.
I'm done.
Like,
yes, the paper
August
that is
like
here
jumps
would
the
be
two
the local paper. It's very small. It's like 1 page, and it's half of its advertisements for like the local businesses around here.
Well, August, speak up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Jones. I had a little smoke in my mouth. It was the last one they had. I'm sorry it's a little crumpled.
Oh, that's fine. It is quite insubstantial in size, but it'll keep me busy for a few minutes. I couldn't help but notice that you were rushing there at the end. Are you all right?
Oh, yes, it's just, Sacramento, they talked faster than they do in Reno, I reckon.
Yes, the big city. Also, I did notice that you skipped 2 of the train steps up onto the train. I want you to be careful. We don't need you getting injured.
You're right. I was practicing, my leaps. Make sure I can
Oh.
promptly step in if I need to.
Oh, all right. How are you at jumping?
Pretty good.
All right. Have a seat.
Yes, sir.
Starts reading the tiny paper.
Yep. It is a tiny local printed paper, extremely biased. If you haven't read papers from small towns in the 1880s, it is so entertaining because they are so petty. It'll be especially
this
towards
person lost their
other
chicken.
next cities, like whatever city's next to them, about they'll talk about how their newspaper is so inferior to this newspaper. And that we give real news and not lies. It is really entertaining.
I can't decide if Jones would buy it or not. Like not like buy it like with money, but like
Yeah.
if he would like believe what they're printing, or if he would make tut tut noises the whole way. I can't decide which one he
Yeah,
would do.
it's really biased. They all are. In the bigger towns, it's a little better, but in these small town papers,
Can I do a roll? Can I roll
It's
psychology
spicy.
or something like that?
Absolutely,
To see
you,
if-
you may.
Jones believes this newspaper.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
Oh.
Did it happen?
Yeah, you got
Psychology.
44
I failed.
of 25.
August, look at this. Apparently, the
They're
newspaper
talking
at the
shit
next
about
town
Clark.
over is full of lies.
Yeah, Clark's newspaper, terrible.
This
Well,
could-
I'll be sure not to get you a copy of that paper should we stop there.
Yes, I can't imagine what kind of things they're printing in there. Also, this person lost one of their cows.
Oh dear. Well, that's a terrible thing.
Yes.
Mr. Jones, unless you did want a copy of that Clark paper to compare and contrast and identify the lies, because it could tell you something about the socioeconomics.
The freedom of the press is the cornerstone of a free society. They wouldn't lie in print.
The paper wasn't free, Mr. Jones.
Spot hole sense.
It says
How much
right
did you
there.
spend on it? What is your spending limit?
Whatever you tell me it is, Mr. Jones. It cost me
Yes,
10 cents.
10 cents. Well, it seems to be rather trustworthy, so I think that you made a good decision.
Oh, I'm glad. Mr. Jones,
Yes?
I don't want to embarrass myself in front of nobody. Did I use
No,
that
I don't want you to embarrass
socioeconomic
yourself
thing right?
either, August. I'm sorry, what was that?
The socioeconomics. Did I use that right?
Oh, I'm not sure I overheard the context, but I'm sure did it have to do with the juxtaposition of society and finance?
The comparing and the contrasting of the apparent lies in the Clark County
yes,
paper.
Yes, I think it might cover socioeconomics, so well done. That was a very big word.
Okay, good. I'm practicing.
Yes, I can tell. You must be using that new word today calendar that I gave you.
Yeah, I brought it with me.
Yes, there it
What
is.
was that?
Look, today.
That's right, Saturday.
Socioeconomics. Can't wait to find out what tomorrow's word is.
I sure hope it's platypus.
Ooh, here's a word. Platypus are monotremes.
You say monotremes, and the naturalist's head spins around and goes, "They sure are! Yeah."
Yes, see? Confirmed by that gentleman over there. They're the only kinds of mammals that lay eggs.
Well, you've also got an echidna in Australia, which is another egg-laying mammal.
Well, hopefully not. I've already met one child on this trip. I don't want to meet another.
He thinks you've just told a great joke, and he laughs about it.
Jones laughs because he's laughing, but Jones doesn't get it.
August is just a picture of pure confusion. He still doesn't know what platypus
The whole
is,
train's
and this is
picture
also
for your
confusing.
confusion.
Yep. And you're all back on the train, just chugging away. Is there anyone you wish to converse with on the train? Your next scheduled stop, your porters are kind enough to let you know, is going to be at 12:50 at the Humboldt station. It's currently 7:30.
I think I might go and speak to the businessman.
Sure.
I think he's curious about what's that deal.
Go over to the businessman, and you see two gentlemen, sitting on a bench, looking over. Well, they haven't pulled up the files yet. They seem to still be, looking out the window, but they've got their briefcases next to them. They always carry their briefcases with them, and they say, "Good morning."
And good morning to you too. I couldn't help but notice you two look very well done up, like businessmen almost.
Yeah, we sure as businessmen. We're on a business trip.
And what's the business today?
Well, we are looking at some land purchasing for our business associates.
Well, land. That's quite good. And which business associates are you with? I've worked a little bit before in stocks and in investment.
Oh, well, ours are more into and they like look. They exchange a look between the two of them. They're more into let's say rocks, mines, digging up valuable things.
All right, I see. I've previously been a part of digging up valuable things. I'd be interested to know what you two, what's on the land, if you can tell me, of course.
We
I
looking
understand
at
if you're all confidential.
Oh no, we've got trying to decide between two properties, one in Wyoming and one in Colorado.
Well, that sounds exciting indeed.
It's hard to estimate which one's gonna be more valuable without checking them out in person, so that's what we're doing.
That's wise. That makes sense. I mean, you need to look before you buy, after all.
Yeah, sometimes, but in this case, it's a
property investment. That's mostly what you do then.
We do a variety of things, but property investments is definitely one of the main things that we do. It's more common to get hired for that. Yeah.
Quite fascinating. I'm heading out there myself just to have a wander around, see what I can do, but I'm on break from work currently, actually.
Oh, congratulations. Seems like we're never on break. Even San Francisco was a business trip to look at shipping rates and, get things.
Well, I hope these shipping rates went well.
We managed to bargain down a pretty good deal.
Well, I love a good bargain myself, and it's always wonderful to see two friends traveling so closely together and, traveling the land and doing business. I'm guessing you two are business partners?
We are business partners. I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce ourselves. I'm Mr. Ashley Dennigan, and this is my business partner, James Smith.
Well, that's wonderful. Bucky Boone.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Boone.
And you. Still, I don't want to interrupt your day too much, gentlemen, but if you ever want to play some cards, or you want to have a good conversation, or maybe just have a chat about things, we're over there. I'm with Mr. Brian Hawks over there.
Oh,
Pleasant
yeah, we've heard of Mr. Professor Brian Hawks. Doesn't he teach?
Yeah, probably.
All right, yeah. We might take you up on that offer, especially after lunch. Let the food digest over around the cards.
Oh, I'll see you then.
All right, sounds good.
And he'll make his way back and take a seat down with Doris and Ryan, and he'll sort of take out some documents, keeping them to himself. He'll start having a look through for a couple of good fake investments that he can maybe try and convince these guys to get in on.
Absolutely.
Somewhere. He'll start sort of constructing it, figuring it out.
Yeah. There's some blank documents with, place names filled in. You've got some preset ones, but there's also some that you could fill out. They mentioned Wyoming and Colorado as two prospective options, so
I think he'll go with Colorado. He'll start thinking about a good property that could be out there.
Yeah.
Some land.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of little towns around Colorado. So a lot of mines out in Colorado, silver especially. So, you know, you might be able to make a good pitch. You assemble your paperwork. Anybody else want to
Definitely.
have any conversations before the train stops for lunch? Excellent. Oh, no, I see Kate thinking.
No, I'm always thinking. I feel like I should be. I feel I should be doing more, and I'm like
Always
I don't know
thinking,
what I'm doing,
Kate
so I'm in
Madison.
a sort of like yeah, always
Alright.
thinking, not doing anything. that's
all
me.
good. The train travel is pleasant early morning. The weather is it's pretty clear. You can see out. It's a lot of rocks, a lot of red rocks on this leg of the journey. You see, there's a couple road runners, which Mr. Bailey is very excited about. You know, he's excited by any of the wildlife you guys see, really. Not a lot of it this time of day, but you do pull in to the next station, Humboldt Station, at a couple minutes early. So you pull in at 12:45, which means you get an extra 5 minutes for lunch. And you
Nice.
pull up, and it's
Curious.
It's a little bit more, little less rocky. It's still pretty rocky, but there's a little bit more, like mesquite trees and such up here.
Jones immediately looks around for anyone who has a newspaper.
Humboldt is really small. Oh, but Ryan has a newspaper from probably Sacramento.
Look for a
if you think
local
about it.
newspaper.
A local
Not just any
newspaper.
newspaper. He wants to compare and contrast. He
All right.
sees Hawks' newspaper and he's like, oh,
Yes,
he
let
brought
me
that from
say
somewhere else.
Humboldt. Let me get the population of Humboldt Station. Because if it's too small, they won't have a paper. Sacramento, 12. Humboldt. Ooh, population is ... Unlike Reno, which had a population of 4,000, Humboldt Station is literally just a station and a dining hall.
Gotcha.
There is no newspaper here for sale.
They have a notice board with one thing up there about rules for leaving notices on the notice board.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of station this is. The mess hall is the same size as the last one, though, because it is exclusively for the train's use. Lunch options today. Oh, I'm sorry. The weather is still sunny, but a bit of a breeze has picked up, so it's breezy and sunny now. And the breeze is nice and cool. Gonna get that rain shadow effect. Lunch options are buffalo hash, so you get like the hash browns and some vegetables and buffalo like steak mixed in, or buffalo stew with a slice of bread for $1 for both lunch options. Or again, 40 cents for coffee and tea and a biscuit.
Charlie and I are communicating in our brains about what Jones would eat in this situation.
Absolutely, I bet.
One slice of bread, please, plain.
They get you are able to have it. They'll charge you the coffee and biscuits price for a slice of bread, so 40 cents.
If it comes with extra stuff, like if it comes with the stew, he would give the stew to August.
Okay, so you can order
Yeah.
the stew with a slice of bread, and you get
Yeah,
the slice
that's
of
what he
bread,
would
and
do.
August can have the stew, and that's $1.
Mm-hmm. All right, $1.
It is a slice of plain, probably a nice whole wheat bread, maybe a mixed grain. It's not white bread. White bread's too expensive. So.
This bread will have to do, August, but it has too many grains. They're all mixed together in here. It's like a circus of grains.
Well, there's
No,
probably
no. It's all right. I know we are trying new things. We're on an adventure. Broadening our horizons. Did you see all the rocks?
Yes, sir, I did. It was a lot of rocks.
Thrilling.
I'll be sure to write it in my letter home.
Good. Here, have the rest of my stew. I smelled it. It was too strong for me.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. It's very generous.
It's a pretty good buffalo
He
stew.
knew he was getting the stew, but he's still gonna play really grateful about it.
Absolutely. And the stew is quite good. The meat is very tender. It's probably been the stew. It's probably one of those stews that cooks for days, and you just keep adding more to it, and it's good. It's a good stew. Though the hash is also tasty if people opt for the hash. It's a tasty little lunch break.
If I was ordering, I'd be ordering the hash because that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Mina's just gonna get coffee and a biscuit. She only wants a light lunch. She's a
Alright.
lady after all.
You are a lady after all. The biscuits
she's gonna-
are fluffy and good.
Ooh, deliciously fluffy.
Mhm.
She wishes
my English
it was a
brain
scone.
was
Yeah,
thinking
it's
the wrong
not
thing
cookies.
about biscuits again.
It's
Yeah.
Merca. We got
It's
fluffy
bad
biscuits.
scones. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
savory
yeah.
scone.
flaky, buttery biscuits.
That sounds way better than what I was imagining. Like a digestive biscuit. That's what I was thinking.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
thinking I was
Yeah.
totally picturing the wrong kind of biscuit. I hadn't
Yeah.
kicked into the American biscuit.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't actually like American biscuits. But I think it's because you always expect a scone and then you're like,
Yeah, it's not
Yes.
sweet. It's not sweet. It is savory and buttery. It's like a less fancy, less layered croissant, but in the shape of a scone. That's what an American biscuit basically is, if it's made right.
Is there are there jams or anything to make it sweet?
There's butter. This station they would have a little bit of, if you asked for jam, because you're first class, they could pull some up from the breakfast menu.
You know what? I think he'll go for a tea and biscuit.
A
but
tea and
with
biscuit.
Jam. Yeah, with butter and jam on it.
Yep,
Try
they
and
will.
sweeten
They
it up.
can provide that for you.
Yep.
All right. What about Bucky and Kitty? What do you guys have for lunch?
Kitty is also going for the biscuit and coffee.
Biscuit and coffee.
She like the food looks good, but she's also she filled herself up with breakfast and she's saving her money for dinner. She doesn't want to start relying like
Makes
she knows she
sense.
cannot rely on Mina for every meal. Like she doesn't want to be that person. Like she doesn't want to need the charity and stuff. So she's grateful for it, but she doesn't want that. So so she's just gonna grab a biscuit and a coffee, and unless he's doing something specific, might even just follow Bucky back to the thing to sit down and maybe say hello.
Yeah. What's Bucky get for lunch? How does Bucky handle lunch? Who's he mooching off of today?
I think he's mooched enough today. He needs to spread it out so people
spread
forget
it
he's
out.
mooched, and then he can
Yeah.
keep mooching.
Yeah.
So I think instead, seeing that Kitty's nearby as well and is going for the biscuit, that hash is too tempting.
The hash is
Um,
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, but he will
I
sort
mean,
of
I
look
want
at
to
it
eat
and
it
go,
right now.
Yeah, he will look at it and sort of look back to Kitty and just kind of go, "Oh, hey, I'm thinking of trying the hash, but I don't think I can do a whole portion. Do you want to split it? I'll pay. It's fine. I don't like wastage."
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, I don't like wasting things. My mother back in the day, she never liked me wasting food, and I cannot eat all of that. But it looks and smells so good.
Like there's a guy
Well-
cooking it in a wok because
Right, yeah, it's
they're all
pretty
a bunch of Chinese chefs, but and they're using their tools, but man, this is like some of the best. Like the hash browns look crispy. The vegetables are fried perfectly.
Don't make me actually hungry. I love hash browns. Yeah, I think Kitty. So she's a bit torn between is this charity or is this helping him out? And she's like, I mean, sure, I won't turn it down. And so she's still got her biscuit and thing, but it's like, yeah, sure. I wonder if they'll let us like get an extra pair of cutlery.
I'm
Absolutely.
sure they will. Be very strange to share cutlery or just use your hands with hash. I mean,
Yeah,
that'd be weird. So
that
I'm
would
sure they'll do
probably
it.
not be proper.
No, probably not. Let me go and ask. I'll get him to give us a couple of smaller bowls or something if they can as well. He'll go over and try and convince him to give him 2 little small bowls, like smaller ones of it, and
That's easy enough to do.
and
They
2
just split
sets of
They just
cutlery.
like scrape half the portion off the plate
Yeah.
onto a second plate and throw on an extra spoon.
All right, thank you, he says, and he'll take that over to the table with you, put it down, and besides, the other $50, it can be your company. I don't think we got to talk enough back on the platform, so
No, exactly. I mean, yeah. So, that was rather odd, and I wasn't really sure what was going on.
Very
but you're
strange.
you got the letter about this job, right, as well?
Oh yeah. I had that sent to me a while ago. He was always a pleasant gentleman, so I thought I'd go and check it out. I
You-
actually gave him a tip once on where to find some bones, and it was good.
Oh, what, with the professor, Professor Lakes? That was who you talked with? You knew them?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I knew them. Yeah, I spoke with them for a while, and afterwards I remembered I knew this weird place from when I was growing up, where I once found a strange-looking tooth. I thought must have been some sort of weird deformed wolf or something. But I told him about it, said maybe check there if you're looking for your dino bones, and he checked it out, and there you go, dinosaurs.
Wow. I mean, that's... So you're almost responsible for some of the finds yourself?
You could say that. You could say that. He says taking a bit more,
It's real
a bit
good.
more food.
It's steaming and hot and
This is
fresh and
good.
crispy. Mm-hmm.
Real good.
I mean,
But-
are you a paleontology was a word, right? You a paleontologist yourself then?
Oh,
You
no,
hunt for
no.
dinosaurs?
No, not really. I more wonder. I wander around. I get into different business. I don't like to be stuck to one location for too long. I find that it makes me anxious.
Oh, so you're a traveling man.
Oh, most definitely. The world is my home, but not in like a homeless way. More in like I get a room somewhere and then I move on eventually. Wait, what about yourself, Miss Kitty? Was it?
Yes, kitty Cartwright. Well, I mean, I'm a geologist in a way, part journalist in a way. I try a few different things. I've worked with the University of San Francisco after my father disappeared. So I sort of felt like I needed to help step in a little bit for him having disappeared, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I mean, everything else, you sound quite prolific. I mean, you did geology, right? That's the one about rocks.
Yes, yeah. So
Tell me about your favorite rocks.
Oh. Damn, I didn't Google this. Well.
Sorry.
No, you. I mean, like, I really like sedimentary rocks, to be honest. Because it's all about the layers, you get to see the history almost. That's, I just find that fascinating. It's, I think that's kind of what my father liked. That's why he started getting interested in the bones that got found. It's not just about the rocks, but what's within them, And
Makes sense.
I don't know, it just holds everything almost like a book.
Yeah, that makes
kinda
sense.
nice.
It's like you're peeling back the pages for a deeper story that lay underneath the rocks. I like that. That's very good.
Exactly. Finding out the story of the world. I can't think of much better than that.
Neither can I.
So, well, I hope we find the gentlemen, especially if you know them. That can be good. Having lost someone myself, I know that it is not fun not knowing what happened to someone. So I really hope that we find Mr. Lakes.
I hope so too, and I'm sure we will. I'm sure your friend is going to be real okay, and we'll get to the center of this rock and we'll find out what's going on all the other layers. I'm sure.
Absolutely.
It's sedimentary.
Yes. Sorry, we should eat. Oh, goodness.
Oh, we should.
No.
Yes, we should stop getting excited
Did you
about rocks,
hear
eh? He
just
says
your,
it
your,
again.
your aunt's voice on your shoulder, the little aunt on your shoulder is
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
"Two gentlemen have approached you today." Like that's the little aunt on your shoulder, just that little voice.
Yeah, and I think the fact that the whole sharing food thing as well. She's like, "What? Oh, he's sharing his food."
He made a rock joke. Like
Yeah.
Men
Totally.
don't make rock jokes unless they're serious.
Yeah.
This sounds like modern dating to me, It's really serious if they share food. They have knowledge of anything, big points.
Yeah.
yeah. So you it's just the little aunt in the back of your head is is screaming quietly at you while you eat this really
she
good food.
randomly waves her hand if it's to the arm, and maybe it's to a fly, but I'm not really sure why. She's just wafting for a second.
From across the room, you hear Jones say, "Yes, hello, Miss Cartwright, hello."
Yes. Lunch proceeds by pretty smoothly. You have an extra 5 minutes, which makes it a little bit more relaxing. You can actually take your time with your food a bit more. And despite the circus of grains that is happening in Edison Jones's slice of bread, it is pretty mild. It's despite there being a circus of grains, it's at least not overly pungent.
Thank goodness.
It's not like a pumpernickel or anything.
With an upset stomach on the choo-choo.
That would be terrible.
Is it possible to go there's a station and then basically the food hall building right there?
Yes.
And there's not really anything else to this.
There's
town at all.
some cabins, tents as well behind where you assume the people who run the station stay at while they're here, and the chefs and things. There's temporary housing behind the station and the little booth where they you see, and the big water thing, they're filling because the train needs steam, so they're filling up more water in the big tank, and that takes about 20 minutes alone. So there's a reason they timed the travel stops with the train fill-ups for the lunch.
I'm just gonna try and find some sort of official on the station or on the train.
Yeah,
just
some
ask
conductors, and there's always your porters as well. Who are, if you need
reporters.
anything. Your porters.
Oh, porters, not reporters,
yes.
right?
Yes, no, not reporters. No newspapers.
No. I was like, what? And she'll just go up and ask, sorry, I just was curious.
Yes, Mom?
Which is the next stop?
Oh, next stop is gonna be for dinner at Elko Station at 8 p.m.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Sure thing, Mum.
That's all kind of thing.
It'll be the last stop in Nevada territory. Then we'll be in Utah territory.
Lindy?
Yes.
Do you reckon that,
there'd be a small telegraph building here as well.
Okay. Do you... okay. Do you reckon that her father would have traveled this same rail line on his
Yes,
travels?
it's highly probable. Yeah, this is one of the fastest ways to travel. It takes your travel time, before they put this train station up here, it took about 2-3 months to get to, Omaha. Now it takes 6 days at most. So it's highly probable that he would have taken this train to get to Utah, Colorado.
Okay. I think once she's finished and she's waiting on the train, she just stays off the train for a bit and stretches her legs.
You would have received a telegram from him at Ogden, which is the stopover.
Oh.
And he probably would have taken, because train tickets were very expensive, even more expensive a few years ago. So he probably would have taken the train to Ogden and then got off and taken what's known as the Mormon Trail through the mountains of Utah into Colorado that way.
That's part of the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next, was that the same stop as dinner stop?
No, your breakfast stop will be at Ogden.
Okay.
Breakfast tomorrow morning will be the last telegram you got from him.
Yeah.
From that station, but indicating his plans to take the wagon trail, because then he'll be going through the mountains and maybe he'll find some exciting things. You see more mountains going through the wagon trail than you do on the train, because the train is built to avoid as many mountains as possible. They're hard to get tracks through.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I think she's just conscious of this, and she's sort of a little bit daydreamy, thinking about her father being on this same rail line and the travel he took, and
he wasn't first class, but yes,
no.
he would have been on the same route. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least up
And
until
so I think
the
she's
transfer.
just sort of like thinking about that, and like she knows that he at least made it to Ogden. And so is that sort of piecing together where he thing. I think she's a little bit lost in that before the whistle goes, and then she'll jump back on when she has to.
Yep, they are happy to provide you a copy of the train schedule. That's printed out as well. I would give you a little brochure.
Yeah,
It's also
she'll
got a lot
grab
of
one those.
advertisements for their other rail lines, and whatnot. Because put adverts on anything in the 1880s, they say. But that does have the train schedule for you with all the stops, and you're supposed to get off in Cheyenne, Wyoming, because then you can take the southern line down into Denver, and from Denver to Golden. But you do have to transfer trains from the Central Pacific to the Union Pacific in Ogden, because that's where the two train companies met up with the Golden Spike at Promontory Point, and so that's where they do the transfer. Everyone's luggage will be loaded off and then put onto the next train, along with you all. So that'll be a time to move bunks if you want to just move around, is the train transfer time. But is there anything else anyone wanted to do at lunch? You do see that little Charlotte Grace has spied some groundhogs, some little prairie dogs in the distance. Daddy, I want one of those. Daddy, get me a groundhog or a prairie dog, whatever it is. I want one. It's cute. It's fuzzy. I want one. And there's some, and then he looks, and there's still, because you guys got here, there's still 15 minutes before you have to get on the train. And he goes, well, if anyone here can get my daughter a prairie dog in the next 10 minutes, I'll give them $20.
It says Bucky written all over it.
Alive, of course. Wouldn't want to traumatize the poor thing.
What is he referring to? The child or the prairie dog?
The prairie dog. He assumes his daughter will stay alive.
No, I just mean the traumatized. Okay.
Oh.
I think to a certain degree,
Both,
Kitty
probably.
is like she was thinking, oh god, this damn child. I wish it would, like, maybe she'll reach out and it'll bite her, and then she hears $20 and thinks, huh. But it's like, no, it's unladylike to her to go sprinting around the desert trying to grab a dog.
I think
That is about $650 in today's money.
it's good money.
It's good money.
I'll get her a groundhog.
We can get our ground. All right. If anyone who wishes to try to capture one of these prairie dogs, groundhogs,
Can we team up?
absolutely.
Yeah, that'd help.
Someone get a bag.
Tell me how you wish to do this and what skills you'd like to use. Sell it to me.
Well, Lindy, I grew
Yep.
up on a ranch,
You sure did.
and cornering critters is most of what I did. I was basically,
True.
vermin control,
Yeah, okay.
because cats
Yeah.
are expensive.
Cats, yeah, well, sure.
Oh, the one that my mama wanted was expensive.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd like to use the skills I grew up on the farm with, my animal handling, as it were, which I think I do literally have as a skill. And the fact that he's pretty fast and kind of outdoorsy, and he's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
too worried about being bit, so he's not going to hesitate on the grab, because he's got them working hands.
If Kitty's a little bit outdoorsy too. She's sort of been trying to suppress it because she's on first class, but she's used to being out in the field and climbing cliff faces and various things. And I think being cooped up on the train actually is like, oh, it'd be nice to kind of get out. So I wonder if I've got, it's not the best, but I've got a bit of like natural world and navigation and stuff like that. So I wonder she could potentially help kind of go like point out where some of the holes are, and if you can chase it, it might come out this hole over here or something like that. Just sort of help.
Sure. Yeah, you can assist. Yes.
I think Bucky will also help, but he is not outdoorsy. So what he will do instead is he'll use his sharp eyes to try and like look for a good
Okay.
one, and like they're over there, kind of keep them notified.
All right.
He'll play HQ.
All right. We're gonna increase August's chance of success by 10% with every successful help. And I won't take any negatives for unsuccessful helps. So, Bucky, could you give me a spot hidden to use your eyes to see if it helps?
I'll spend 2 luck.
You'll spend 2 luck?
We'll get a
Okay.
Success. For this,
Ah.
we need to get this demon child that prairie dog.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Kate, you said you were gonna kind of like help with the thing. Do you want to roll like a dexterity
Yeah.
for that?
Ooh.
Or what would you like to roll for that?
What would dexterity? Oh, my dexterity is really big. I was gonna suggest something like natural world or navigate
that too
or
if you
something,
want.
but I dexterity is 85. That would be much better.
Okay, just to kind of be fast and keep on it.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Hard success. Well, we'll say that's a plus 15.
Nice.
So you have a plus
Surprisingly, where she
25.
points her skirts up and starts.
Miss Conrad, to the left. Mind your skirt.
All right, August.
Wave it like a bullfighter.
Whatever roll you do, we'll have a
Okay.
plus 25.
So
it.
I looked on my actual sheet, and I do have animal handling with 40 points in it. It's
So
not
this
the
would
best
be
thing I have, but I do have
65 points total.
Okay.
With your assistance from your 2 friends here.
All right. So I don't have animal handling on the sheet that we've got there.
Oh,
It says additional animal handling is under additional.
say.
Not
At least it is for me.
Oh no. Okay, well, let's add it to your sheet real quick then.
Okay.
I don't have it at the top, but I have it under additional in the middle bottom.
I must
That's
not have
probably-
realized it wasn't on the list.
All right, and you have a 40. You said in
40.
it. There you
Mhm.
go. Boom. You now have it.
Hooray!
I'll add it everyone else's sheets after.
Ooh!
Ooh, and 35 out of 65 is almost a hard success, but it
Almost
is a
hard
success. It is a regular success. So you, especially with the help, you are easily able to capture a prairie dog. Let's say it's a groundhog. It's even bigger. It's more fancy, more exciting. The prairie dog's probably went whoop, and then the groundhog was a little slower on the uptake, and you're able to nab one. It is a little feisty, since it is a literal wild animal. There's going to be a couple
Probably
like.
gonna take the kid's finger off.
Um,
Yes.
Could you roll me either a con or a dex to endure its scratches and bites?
Yeah, I'll do a dex.
Hard success. You
Hard
were able
success.
to avoid taking any hit point damage, but there will be some superficial like scratches. You're able to
Yeah.
get your sleeve rolled down enough that it's the worst of it is not prevalent. And you catch this groundhog. You can see that a cage has been procured from like a little kennel. You don't know where the Landry family procured this. Maybe they had some extra. Maybe their daughter likes to
I
collect the
don't ask
wildlife along the
questions.
way. But yeah, but they have a little like kennel cage for you to place the groundhog in, and dear Charlotte Grace is enamored. Wow, a real groundhog. And she looks at it and she sees that your hand's a little cut up, and she like is about to stick her hand in and then maybe pulls it back a little bit.
Mind now, little lady. That thing take your fingers off.
Right. Till we train it. And she like
But
hands
that's
on her
right.
hip, looks at it, and she's very pleased. And you get a crisp $20 bill.
I reckon if anyone in this world could train a groundhog, it'd be that lady right there. Is it like a whole 20? It's not.
If you ask for it in
Broken
5s or
down.
10s, he will give it to you in 5s and 10s.
Yeah, he'll take it in 5s.
He'll give it to you in
And he'll
5s.
give 5 to Miss Cartwright, 5 to Bucky. Give 5 to Mr. Jones because it's just the right thing to do, and the other 5 goes in his pocket.
Wonderful. So basically, you each got about $150, $160.
Nice.
I think that's possibly the most money August has ever held in his life, but he didn't even hesitate and just, here's yours, all right.
Well done, Mr. Hope.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You were very light on your feet, ma'am.
Well, good teamwork. Yeah, I hopefully not too many people saw me running around like that. And I'm like just trying to straighten herself up and like pretend that she's prim and proper, and then go,
Don't you mind, miss? You remind me of my sister at barn dance.
Oh, yeah. Well, good dance is good fun. So, anyways,
right.
I guess, and she'll take her seat again and pocket her money.
It's like the camera pans to Mina, who's been there with her sketchbook the whole time. She's drawn this whole affair.
I love
like,
this.
Slightly over exaggerated. So like
Well, like
August
the
leapfrogging
newspaper cartoons a little. Yeah. Absolutely. I love
Jones
this.
leans over at one point and he's like, "Could you draw one of the little girl being stuck in the hole? People, like, oops, she fell in, and oh, she has to stay here now." It's just a humorous sort of
The humorous.
cartoon.
Yes. Mhm.
Yes.
I'll think about it. I'll jot it down as an idea. How
All
about
right.
that?
Jones is during all this, he doesn't have time for the frivolity of this whole thing, but he wants to go and send a telegram.
Of course.
Remind me, point of order is
Yes.
Marsh. Are we going to meet Marsh? in
No,
Golden?
Marsh is
No, he's
very-
like on the other coast. He's busy.
He's in New
other stuff
York.
to do. Okay.
He's right now. He's head of the National
Right.
Academy of Sciences. He's got
right. He's a
projects. He's
big
trying to
wig.
get a museum set up at Yale right now.
Jones would still be telegramming him with updates of like,
Certainly.
probably too regularly. About like
course.
now we are at now we've stopped for lunch. Like,
I
like that.
think Marsh is the kind of guy that wouldn't hate getting updated regularly on his hired people's movements. So, yes.
He sends one of those out before they go.
Yep. Very, very prompt telegram. You're able to send that. It's not very expensive. It's probably like 5 cents or something. And you're able to get that done with a whole 5 minutes to spare because the train got there a little early, a lot ahead of schedule. But you do hear the whistle calling everybody to. The train is going to be leaving, so please come back aboard.
All right.
Right, and the groundhog, the prairie dog, is loaded onto the train. It is put with where the dogs and the guns are in the because live animals, which is in a different car, which Charlotte Grace is quite upset about, but realizes that is a rule of the train that is not going to budge and will instead pout in her chair for the next couple of hours about it.
Mr. Jones, I reckon that thing ain't gonna make it to the next stop.
What thing?
The groundhog I caught.
Oh. Do you think she will not take good care of it?
Well, I don't think
She
she
seemed
will.
very excited to have it.
But also, that cart's full of dogs, and that thing is in a tiny little pen. It ain't making it.
The dogs are also
I see what you are saying.
in
Well, afraid the dogs are going to tear it apart.
Well, they didn't get pancakes for breakfast.
I don't know what they had for breakfast. They may have had pancakes. Should we ask?
I'm sure something more important will come along in about 5 seconds, Mr. Jones, that I need your attention.
Oh, very good. Maybe on the way we can look at more rocks. Do you remember the rocks we saw earlier?
Oh, that reminds me. And he pulls out this little rock that he picked up when he grabbed the groundhog.
Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry. I
It's like
apologize for the
red and
outburst.
orange stripes, because it's Nevada. Striated rock. Kitty can
Very
tell you all
good,
about it.
August. We're going to be a budding geologist.
I reckon I'll be a very pretty flower.
Yes,
Budding.
that too. Budding. Oh!
It is one of those plays on words that you do like so much.
Yes, the wordplay. I like that. Well, in that case, maybe we had better plant ourselves back in our seats. Charlie, that got Charlie.
Lindy,
Yes.
when August sat back down, he's gonna
Absolutely.
just clean up his little cuts and scrapes with a little bottle of like iodine solution because he's
Certainly.
first aid prepared.
Yeah. Yep. No infection to worry about there, and they're mostly just superficial. No roll needed. You're able to boop, 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 down with some iodine
Yeah.
and Carry on. They don't even need bandages. Pretty small.
But, he does serve Mr. Jones's food sometimes
true.
with his hands, so he has to make sure, things are cleaned and looked after.
Certainly, certainly.
Hygiene's
Paragon of
very
hygiene.
important. We bathe at least once a week. At least.
I wear my Levi's very high, thank you.
Yes, I see that.
And after lunch, as promised, Mr. Denigan and Mr. Smith approach Bucky for a game of poker or cards, whatever cards. Go fish, old maid, whatever. Play whatever.
I'll play poker with him. I'm happy with that.
I'll play poker.
I'll invite some of the others as well. Like if anybody wants to join us, we're having a bit of poker. If you want to get in, it's a friendly game with two friendly businessmen who are definitely friends.
Oh, right. Sure, I'll join.
Gonna
do something.
for
No,
money
thank
or
you.
just for fun?
Oh, well, I mean, mostly for fun, but if we want to add a bit of stakes, I'm sure we can do some low stake stuff with money.
I do not
But now,
gamble,
just fun.
so I will pass on that. I don't even have life insurance.
But, Mr. Jones, it could be a good experimentation in your observation of human behavior.
It's too risky, August. We have a specific spending limit for this trip. Don't want to be without. What would we do without porridge and bread?
You're right, sir. I'm sorry. I was being frivolous.
I forgive you.
I mean,
Well,
we could do it for fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's no problem with doing it for fun.
I'll play
For
around for fun.
fun.
I don't know
For
that I
fun.
have too much money to throw about.
In my
Understandable.
opinion, frivolity should be an after effect and not the purpose.
Sometimes frivolity can be the purpose, and it's just frivolous.
Oh, like hobbies.
Like a hobby, yes.
Yes, I have hobbies. Like everyone.
Sounds like you do. I'm
I really
looking
want to
forward
roll
to,
insight, even though that's not a
Yeah, I
thing.
know, like psychology.
Psychology.
It's a normal thing for humans to have hobbies.
Oh, it is definitely a normal thing for humans.
Yes.
What
As
hobbies
you
do
call
you
it.
have
Boone,
there,
what hobbies
Mr.
do you have?
Jones? Oh,
Oh, me?
yeah.
Me,
Definitely
Edison
you.
Jones? Well, I have 3 hobbies that are my favorites. I enjoy looking at bodies of water, waiting in line, and boxes.
As in
Oh.
I'm a
because
box enthusiast.
boxing or
No,
boxes?
boxes, containers.
You like
I
presents?
like the way they have defined limitations.
Right?
Like fine luggage or jewelry cases or
I
armoires. that
suppose
kind
those
of
would fall
boxes,
under the
or-
heading, but mostly just things that can hold other things. Find it to be ingenious.
So, carpentry.
Oh, you mean? Well, I'm not sure about the making of boxes. I have no familiarity with that. I just like them as a field of enjoyment.
Okay.
Maybe
Not
not.
even the
you know.
things that are inside. There's just well.
Well, I don't want something inside that I don't like, but I don't want somebody to say, "What's in the box? What's in the box?" and it's something disgusting. I don't want that.
No, fair enough.
Understandable. Yeah, imagine they all contain fun, given they're your hobby.
Why don't you just
Depends on the
imagine right now
situation, Mr.
a
Boone.
thought bubble of Mina drawing lines between Edison and a cat and being like, there's a lot of...
Anyway, I'm going to go curl up in my seat.
Edison, why don't you just have at least one game? Maybe this can be another hobby that you might enjoy. Just one
Does
game.
gambling have spectators I could watch?
Sometimes.
I mean,
could do.
sure.
Right?
Just don't talk about what people have in their hands. I think
Hmm.
that's the idea.
Hey,
Yeah,
that
and
would
that
be the
should
idea.
cards.
I'm not much of a gambler myself, Mr. Jones, but perhaps what if we all played at least one round as to get to know each other better?
All right, as long as it is not for any sort of financial gain or loss.
No.
No, I think we're
no.
all in agreement there.
You know what? We'll
Well, if
use,
Miss Staunton's all right with it, I'll be all right with it.
We'll use toothpicks.
Yeah.
He'll grab like a load of.
Do you have something in your teeth?
toothpicks, and even if he's just no, this is kind of like a substitute for money.
What is the
having some
exchange rate?
How do I put this? You pretend that this is money to bet.
We are using it in place of money for the
That's
sake of not gambling money.
That's it. That's exactly it.
This is a fun day. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. We can make our way over, and I'm sure we can deal you all in, and we'll have a bit of fun. Sounds good.
We'll see.
All right. So, who all is playing this round of poker? We've got our businessmen on a business trip. That's 2 of them. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is August playing?
Oh, and no, ma'am. I'm looking out the window at the rocks. I've heard
right.
Edison's box speech before, and I kind of tuned that out.
Understandable.
So many times.
Yes. So,
And don't get him started on waiting in line.
all
The
right.
thing he likes most about the cards is the box the deck comes in.
I understand. Completely. And so,
I will
Yes.
just like as we go past and we see like everyone except August. August is like daydreaming out the thing. I will just tap them on the shoulder and be like, August, do you want to play as well? Just because it looks like they're kind of daydreaming, and I
Yeah.
want to just make sure that they're deliberately not wanting to get
Oh.
involved.
Play cards with you, man?
Yeah, we're all playing. It's not for money though, just toothpicks.
It's not for money, August.
Oh, well, ma'am, if you're asking, it'd be rude for me to say no, I guess.
Okay, come on then. Like, she just doesn't really know whether to say to that. So, yeah, come join. Sits down.
There's that half glance towards Jones to get the nod, but when he says yes, August, sit down. August's like, okay, I got permission. All right, I'll come sit down.
Bless his heart.
This one has a picture on it.
yeah, they all have pictures. And so we have 7 people in this poker round. I'm sure that's enough. Whatever. I don't know how little those cards do yet. You can shuffle in more
Probably
decks.
too much.
We'll just play it in as we go. I barely know how to play poker.
It's all for toothpicks.
It's all for toothpicks anyway. So, could anyone who's playing give me a gambling roll or sleight of hand if you're cheating?
Never.
I cheat here again. I don't know. No.
Yeah, I might just do normal gambling.
Whew.
Oh my god, I'm gonna use 1 luck.
Look at Jones.
Woo.
Jones's cards just
Jones
go
is
out
just
the window.
staring at the box.
Oh,
He's put them down on the table so that he can look
Face
at the
up.
box. Yeah,
Face,
face
yeah,
up.
you
like-
place them face up on the table. We'll say that's exactly what it is. It's that's why you
looking at the
fumbled.
box.
Yeah. But Ryan Hawks, you succeed. You're the only one who succeeded. Almost at Mr. Ashley Denican. But he needed a 20 and he rolled a 22. So you, with your 1 point of luck spent, you win. You get all the toothpicks. You successfully win this round
Wonderful.
of poker. What a comeback from yesterday's.
I know,
failures.
right?
Yeah. And
And
Hawks cleans house.
that's how you play poker.
Will we play?
Yes.
Yes.
You're meant to keep your cards in your hand so people can't see it.
Oh, I feel as though we should have had some sort of briefing beforehand.
Probably, actually.
Maybe
that's
we
probably a
could,
good thing.
Mate, could we play
Yeah.
one more
Play
round?
another
Now
round.
that we've
All
gotten.
right. This
We've
is
warmed
the
up,
rule.
we've warmed
I don't play very often. I don't really know what I'm
All right,
doing.
Edison. These are the rules.
Mr.
And
Jones.
he will. Sorry, Mr. Jones. And he
Yes.
will explain how to play poker, how important it is not to show the cards,
Yes.
and how it is important to keep a poker face.
When you
He'll
get
try
to
and
the subject of
explain.
bluffing,
Yeah.
Jones is like loses all taste for this. It's just like, it's like. So even if I do not have a hand that has a high likelihood of being better than the other hands, I have to pretend that I do in a lie.
I mean, you
Or
don't
you
have
could make like a prairie dog and put yourself in a hole if you ain't got a good hand.
Oh, like the girl. I mean, a prairie dog. Yes.
You just fold if your hand ain't good.
There's a
call it
long pause at the word
turtling.
fold.
You give up.
Give up.
Oh, I give up. Oh, all right. I give up. Haven't even started.
But we'll play one more time. One more time.
All
where
right.
everyone
Right,
sounds
understands
good to me.
the rules, okay? All right, here we go.
And if Edison folds, he doesn't have to roll. So
Edison folds.
just folds right
Yeah.
away.
Just like first time
no.
around.
No, mister, you gotta... You know what? That's fine. That's
I'm going
fine.
to look at the box again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and
I'm
cheat
gonna-
this time.
Oh, got cheat
Yeah,
away,
you know
Mina.
what?
Man,
Yeah,
I got
I think-
exactly the
Hand.
same.
Nope,
I
never
think
mind.
Oh no, wait, I
think
didn't.
Ryan is
I'm
gonna
not paying
try
attention.
and cheat.
I'm gonna spend 3 luck.
Okay.
You see
This
that
seems like the
Edison
important
threw
time.
away
This is the
like an
important
ace,
time to
Mina,
spend
and you're
luck.
like,
Like
Well.
pocket aces.
You still want to spend that 3 luck, Bucky?
Yeah, but only so I can be slightly good.
Okay, so you spend the 3 luck for a success, but Mr. Hawks pulls a fast one and cheats his way into a second victory with that hard success.
Can I try and spot that? Given that I know cheating, I am a
You
cheater.
can, but you have to get a hard at least on your either psychology or a spot hidden.
I'll go for a spot hidden. I know some tricks. I usually can't play
Ooh.
cards. I only cheat.
You gotta get a
so-
hard.
If
Yeah,
anyone would know, you would.
you would.
Yeah, let me just grab my spot hidden and
Not a hard
close.
success. It's a little sus. You did really well, but you can't. You didn't see anything. It's a little suspicious. He was so bad yesterday. He was so bad at it yesterday. Drastic improvement. Overnight, seemingly.
Seems it.
And Ryan, you take all the toothpicks again.
Again, I got a lot of toothpicks here, right here. All right, well. We having fun yet?
Oh, most definitely. You ever heard of a game called Snap?
Snap? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure we'll have a great time with that.
Sounds a little violent for me. I think I'm done. I'm not very good at this. But I'll stay sitting and watching. It's like, I'll watch you two. Maybe I'll learn something.
Well,
I
I'm
mean, I'll
pretty
give it
sure
a
that the rest of you, who else is interested? I mean, Mr. Hope, I'm sure you'll be great at it. You got quick reflexes from what he saw earlier.
oh well, ain't Snap a violent game?
No.
No, not if we don't, slam our hands down real hard.
It's
Children
just
play
a
it and they
tap.
don't break their fingers.
Should I invite Miss Landry? He looks over at the child.
Sure, why not?
Miss Landry, would you come and be my Snap champion?
Mummy, I'm going to go play cards over there.
It was worth it just for that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Nothing better.
Best
She-
line of the night.
Straightens her dress, and all with all of her 3 feet of height, walks on over, struts over her little Mary Janes, and scoots onto a seat. Goes, I know how to play this one.
Well, I would
Do you?
give for her to do like a crazy, complicated shuffle right now.
Yeah, she's we're in trouble.
Jack's a blind, King's loose.
All
Right.
right, we ready?
Sure. why
August
not?
has like
Yes.
5 toothpicks left from what Ryan had like dished out earlier because it's just toothpicks, and he just puts 5 in front of Miss Landry, as like his bet.
All right. I guess this'll do. Y'all probably too poor to play with real money.
Sure are.
God damn.
and just sits her little purse down beside her. And for the game of Snap, we're gonna do. Gosh, I'm tempted to do dodge checks because I guess that like to get in there, but we can do. Yeah, let's do dodge checks because I feel like that's a little bit makes a little more sense than dex, straight dex. So.
Can I opt to do a sleight of hand, not to help myself, but to help Scarlet win?
Yes, you can most certainly help Charlotte win. Charlotte Grace. Yes, you can use sleight of hand. And we will roll for little Miss Charlotte. Yeah, not looking great. But anyone else? Ooh, doesn't matter. You help her unless someone else beats an extreme. You help Charlotte Grace win the game of Snap.
I was gonna pretend, to lose, but I mean, even if I didn't, I think I'd lose. So.
Oh,
I got big hands.
Yep. And the cards are positioned just right so that her little hand snap just gets right in there, and she wins the game of Snap. She seems real pleased with herself. She's gone from pouting that she can't have her groundhog in the same train car as her field to looking very smug about herself.
nothing worse than a smug child, guys. What have we done?
Oh well.
Hey,
Look
at least
at that.
shut her up.
She was a
for bit.
monster. Like, you just got to bring her into the fold somehow to break her later, maybe.
She will be our monster, okay?
Exactly. Well, looks like you won and you fleeced us all. Well done.
Well done.
All your toothpicks, please.
Oh, Robert is blind, and he'll
All of
I'll
them
give them
go
that.
over.
And she just nods like,
There
yes,
you
yes,
go.
I am. And takes them and goes, well, thank you for the game. Daddy always says you should quit while you're ahead, so I'm going to go back in my seat and color.
Okay. All right.
And she goes to her little seat and she pats a little tray table, and she pulls out some wax crayons and paper and just is drawing.
Mina says very quietly to the table, that child is going to rule the world someday.
Oh, most likely. That's why I helped to get her to win.
Friends in high
Without a
places.
shadow of doubt.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And before you know it,
Damn it.
sunset is upon you all. Excuse me. And you seem to be pulling into Elko Station. Now, in Elko Station, it is 8 p.m., so the sun is, you can see the little traces of red on the horizon. The sun is pretty much set. But the weather, it's cloudy, it's very overcast, and windy. The wind's really picking up. You think maybe there might be a storm ahead? Based on the weather? The further east you get, the worse the weather seems to be. But for dinner, there is antelope steak with potatoes, carrots, leeks, and a roll, or vegetable soup. There's also coffee or tea with biscuit.
Ooh, vegetable soup. Yum.
Vegetable soup. It is a lot of root vegetables, potatoes, carrots, beets, onion, in a vegetable broth.
Suppose it isn't a potent meal. I can eat a few potatoes.
No, you got
So with Ryan, he
Yes.
will kind of head into where they keep most of the luggage,
Mm-hmm.
and he is going to dress
Porter
for dinner.
will escort you to get your luggage out for you. And yes,
So
you are
he's-
most able to dress for dinner.
Yeah, he'll dress for dinner. He'll have a nice suit, which is very different to what he's been wearing all day, which is essentially just really relaxing, kind of like a shirt and stuff. But he'll come out with a very well-dressed suit after he's had a wash, and because he has quite longish, kind of floppy hair, it'll all be combed and into one side,
Very nice.
using what's that stuff? Pomade, whatever they use. What's on Red
Absolutely.
Dead?
Yeah,
Pomade. Yep.
Pomade. So yeah, he'd use that, so it's
Dapper
it's
Dan.
all tidy and everything like that, and he'll head out, and go and have dinner. Now, what's dinner like in this place? Is it again just like a big dining hall?
Another big dining hall. This one's a little nicer, because much like Reno, the town of Elko, it's not as big as Reno, but it has 1,000 people, that population of 1,000. So it's more than just temporary housing. They actually do have a local newspaper, and it's a little. They have some lighting, some nice lighting in the dining hall for dinner.
How long do we have to stay here?
About 35 minutes.
Is that all?
It's quick stops,
right.
man.
I would very much like to kind of pull one of the helpers there that has
Yes.
set it up. Excuse me, I'm real sorry to
yes.
bother you.
Yes.
Is there any chance that we could have a separate table just to our side on the side for, say, about, 6 people?
And he turns to look at the big tables in the dining hall.
You can just bring it in from there, just a small table just to the side.
It'll take about 10 minutes. But we can bring one.
Yeah, if you wouldn't
Okay.
mind.
I
Yeah,
know,
that'd
but
be
we can.
fantastic.
He sees that you
here,
came out of the
this is for
first
you.
class car, and he goes,
And he'll pop in $1 in his
he is.
thing. and
Okay,
go,
he is ready.
That's for you.
He is jumping to get you a table for 6. It'll be set up kind of in the corner where the
That's
lighting's
fine.
not as good, but yeah, you were able
That's
to do
fine.
so.
I'm gonna, I don't know, find some candles somewhere and just stick them on it. So that we
Absolutely.
can
Yeah, they got
or a
lanterns
lantern
hanging
or
up.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a lantern and bring it over. Okay, there we go. And then he'll be, and he did this early. He got off, got ready well before it stopped, and he's off, and he's doing this hopefully before everyone else gets off, and he's going to be waiting.
You can be doing that while everyone else is getting their food before you get your
yeah.
food. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Kitty sees him walk out all dressed up, and then sort of sees what he's doing because she's about to sort of get off as is, and then she's like, oh, and then goes back and starts hunting through to see if she can just dress herself up a little bit better. It's like, oh, we needed to bring dinner outfits. Oh yeah. So she's sort of trying to just prim herself up, but really it's pretty much exactly the same outfit with maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to think what, like maybe there's a little jackety part to her dress that she'll put on or something, and tie the scarf that her aunt gave. She'll sort of try and poof it up and make it a little more fancy and things.
Easily done.
And he will have paid $5 for everyone to have dinner as well.
Okay. Excellent.
You're not the only rich one, man. I got money. Not as much as you, but I got a bit. I've got $10 daily budget. I'm fine.
Highfalutin indeed. So yeah,
and he's essentially just gonna wait for people to come off, and each person he sees come off is gonna direct them into the corner if they want to. He's not gonna force them to.
Yeah.
But if they don't get the meal that I paid for. So, kind of a all or nothing deal.
Vegetable soup or antelope steak. That's the dinner options. You can walk over with your bowl or plate.
I think when he sees Hawks and what he's done, like Jones like hesitates, not because he isn't like grateful or that he wouldn't want to sit, privately or whatever. It's just that like this has upset his plan. He was going to go sit at that table, and now he has to think about what to do. And so I saw you having the chair set up. I assumed that the other one was for someone else. You want me to sit over there?
Of course, Mr. Jones. We're all in this together.
Suppose we are.
I thought a nice meal. We could get to know each other, chat for a little bit.
Yes. Oh, you know what? Yes, I think I will. I've decided. August. Mr. Hawks has reserved us a private table.
Oh, well, that's mighty kind, Mr. Hawk.
It's not a problem. You can order the vegetable soup or the
I can.
The other meal if you wish. It's all paid for, so you don't have to worry about that. You just need to sit down and relax.
Awfully generous. Well, very
It's
good.
all right.
Thank you, Mr. Hawks. And
Yep, not a problem. You take a seat.
All that big toothpick money, huh?
It all
did you
went
pay
to
for
my
it in
head.
toothpicks?
That was a joke, Mr. Jones.
Oh. Good.
An allusion to our
way.
alternative
No way.
currency while we were playing poker.
Yes, I can see now it is a callback. This group is full of jokesters. And
I'll go
myself
and get
chief
you a
among
soup.
them. I will go and sit at the table.
August goes off to get a bowl of soup and a steak for himself, and he's gonna very meticulously pull out the bits of onion that he can see from the soup because that's way too much spice for Mr. Jones.
Absolutely, you were definitely able to pull out big. It's mostly like big vegetable chunks. They've been cooked a long time,
Onions
so
are the
they're
devil's
soft.
aromatic.
Yeah. You're able to pull out the bits of onion. You can throw them onto your steak if you want. That was pretty
Lindy, when
complimentary.
Jones has a nightmare eventually, can it be about onions?
And
We'll see.
Lindy, 100% that onion is going on top of the steak because Mr. Jones doesn't like waste. So you gotta like walk the line of removing stuff from his dish, but you can't have it look like it's been set aside.
Absolutely.
August is getting a raise.
August
Like-
is-
I mean,
He's
August
got
is
it.
going above and beyond all things.
and everyone is able to sit down at this private table for dinner.
Lovely.
Mina's face is all lit up. Like, this is one of the best things that's happened to her in a little while. She's like, oh, this is so nice. She's got a little napkin and she's all like,
Where is Mina sat at the table? Like who's
This will be a round table that was brought out for you all.
yeah, but
Oh,
who's
okay.
next to who?
yeah,
That's a good question.
Who
I mean,
is next to
Ryan
who?
would be the last
I
one
mean-
to sit down, so whatever's left.
Which among the gentlemen pulled out a chair for her? Because she wouldn't pull out, she'd be waiting for the chair.
I mean, Jones would do it like just out of instinct. But if somebody else does it first, like he wouldn't stop them.
Yeah, I think Bucky hasn't really had an interaction with you, and I think seeing that you're coming up and you're well-to-do as well, he'll pull it out and just go, "Here you go, Miss
Ms. Staunton.
Miss Staunton. Well, there you go, Miss Staunton.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boone.
No problem."
And
Don't
so she'll
sit down.
sit down. She'll get like situated. And then she's got the steak. Because trying new things.
Yeah.
It's antelope steak.
It's almost
pretty
gray suit
good.
season.
Lovely. Yeah. Ryan's going to have the steak as well.
Mm. Nice.
Same.
And
think Kitty
if-
will
if-
hover to see who sits where and then like take
Does
an empty
Bucky
seat.
pull out a chair for Kitty as well? Since he's pulling
Yeah,
in
he'll
the
do the
business of
rounds.
pulling out chairs.
then she will absolutely sit there. If that is,
That's just-
she'll have a moment of like, is that for me? Oh, it is for me. Okay, thank you.
Here you go. Only polite.
Thank you very much.
No
This
problem.
is very lovely, Ryan. Thank you very much.
Yes, quite delightful.
Well, I
Appreciate it.
thought it's a good idea if we're going to be working together that we should get to know each other.
Yes, perhaps we can grow as colleagues before we start searching for a person who is almost certainly dead.
Oh.
Oh.
Now, come on.
What makes you say that, Mr. Jones?
Well, we are heading to a very undeveloped part of our great nation, and it is not safe for even the most careful person. And we are heading out into the unknown. I am not wishing ill on Mr. Lakes. I'm just thinking that strictly by the odds, by the actuarial tables, he is deceased.
Maybe the right thing to do right now would be to say grace for this very nice meal.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
thank you. Someone else can.
Well, I'm quite versed on the Bible. I can do that for you.
Oh, all right, if you wish.
He'll like sort of-
August like slamming the brakes on this dead man conversation.
Who says August is dumb? August is not that smart.
He's got that emotional
uh,
intelligence.
If intelligence and wisdom were a two-sided coin, August would be on one side, Jones would be on the other.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And I think Bucky will say his grace with the eloquence of a priest.
Excellent. It's very artful. Classy.
Hmm.
Amen.
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 All right.
Amen.
Mr. Boone, are you Christian by practice?
Oh, yes. Sometimes I have been known to be.
By
Sometimes.
practice.
Mm, yes. When I was a child, I was born into a Catholic family, and then somewhere along the line, I was looking into other religions, went
Yes.
off into some other directions for a while, came back to Christianity, found God again.
Where was he?
Oh, he was in the cupboard,
Seems like an awfully small space.
and yet such a powerful figure.
Suppose that is
People
the.
find God in many different places.
Oh,
Maybe
I
in an
see. Now
empty
you're speaking
box.
figuratively. I see. Yes, it seems to still be the predominant religion in our country, but
Currently,
as we head into Utah, it reminds me that people have many different views on religion, even of the
Yes.
same stripe.
A lot of Mormons in Utah, and it's a hot topic on the news. They're not particularly well liked by most of the country.
No. There's some strife there from what I've heard.
most likely.
I'm not too familiar with these Mormons. What makes them so disliked?
Well, if memory serves, the Mormon religion was founded by a man named Joseph Smith, who styled
yes.
himself as a return of a Messiah, a Christ figure, and with some, different views. And some of them are polygamists, but not all.
Polygamy was outlawed in the United States last year.
He's one of the greatest con men out there, so many people say.
Do you think so? A con man?
Oh, most definitely. All that stuff that he speaks about can't be real. It's not as believable as the Bible.
Do you have familiarity with grifters?
Oh, well, I've fell for a few scams in my time, let me tell you.
I see.
Haven't we all?
Sorry to hear that.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's what it is, you travel the roads, you meet people, some of them in need, and, well, they weren't actually in need,
Oh, yes, I guess it's quite risky traveling around, and people can take advantage of you very easily.
They do, and I've gotten wise to it over the years. Don't have as many times I'm taken advantage of now. You get wise to these things, so...
Do you not find such a
worry.
practice
Good.
to be exhausting to always be on guard?
Yes, it is. It's very exhausting. I hardly get away. I hardly get a break from anything. But, it's exciting.
You
Mr.
haven't
Boone,
yet.
I don't... Oh, I'm sorry. Miss Cartwright, my apologies.
No,
Please go
I
ahead.
was just following your same line of thought. I was just curious that you haven't gotten tired of the road. Need to settle down yet then?
Well, I haven't found yet a reason to settle down, but when I find one, maybe I will.
What is it you do,
back
Mr.
here.
Boone? Your line of work?
Oh, it's various things. I've been an explorer. I've been a lawyer at one point. I've been a priest at least once, and various other things. I like to change jobs, Whatever a town needs, I'll fill.
Oh, you are a, what is the word? Vagrant.
Sure.
You
He
move from
smiles at
place to
that one.
place?
I do, yes. I never really found home ever since I left my old one, so I usually do what people need. In this case, it's helping you find a gentleman.
My
I hope
mama
to be
would
of help.
say you was born under a wandering star, Mr. Boone.
That's beautiful. Your mother is a wise woman.
Well, it is wise men who do follow stars across the desert.
Very
Oh,
good. That's a
there we are
Bible
again with the
reference.
jokes.
Love it.
Well, thank you.
Forgive
I
me
didn't
for
write it.
prying, Mr. Boone. I don't wish to press the issue. What is your connection to Mr. Marsh? How did you meet him?
Oh, yes. So I met him once, and I thought he was kind of having a lot of people on with these bones. I didn't think dinosaurs were real on account of them, not being until he discovered them. But what I found was I remembered something from my childhood where I found some teeth, some bones in a pile back near where I grew up, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe that's that. I'll tell him about it, see what happens. He went and investigated, and poof, wouldn't you know, dinosaurs. So he's grateful to me.
Ah, I see. And you have maintained this relationship over time.
Oh, most definitely. You know, he revealed that dinosaurs exist to me. You don't forget that.
Oh, I would imagine not. Well, suppose that whatever it is that you do will prove useful in time.
Oh, I'm sure, and you too.
Yes.
You said you've changed jobs many times. What do you have a current one?
Oh, not really. I'm kind of between jobs.
Oh, well, finding missing persons, maybe that's the job for
Maybe
now.
that's the one for me. We'll see, I'm sure. But, you know, it's kind of convenient. It means I can do what I need and what I want. But I can do whatever job it is that you need me to do.
Oh,
I highly doubt that.
Maybe
Well,
not to your standard, Mr. Jones.
well, maybe if we're successful in finding one missing person, we can find two, so who knows?
Let's
Who
try
else
for
is
two.
missing?
Oh, my father went missing 5 years back, kind of in this area or where we're heading, and well, unfortunately I couldn't afford to pay for a big old trip like we're doing. He's not quite the same, but maybe there's similarities, and maybe I can find some clues as to what happened to my father if we can find Mr. Lakes, but who knows? But anyways, we're not here to find my father. We're here to find Professor Lakes, and that's what we're doing. But I can be hopeful anyway.
Well,
Why
Miss
don't we find
Cartwright,
two?
if your finding skills are anything like your groundhog wrangling skills, I reckon if there's a hope out there, it's all yours.
Thanks. I wish my father was as easy to catch as a groundhog. That's for
Yes,
sure.
I'm sure your father and Mr. Lakes are alive.
Yes.
They most definitely are, and I'm sure we can find them.
Well, we'll see, I
We'll
suppose.
find them.
We will.
Good soup.
Oh, you had this? Yeah, you didn't have the steak?
No, I do not consume meat usually.
Oh. Is that a religious thing?
In part. I follow a tradition which sees the oneness in all things. It is not that I never eat meat. I just prefer to get my protein from other sources.
Oh. Fair enough. Is it good soup?
Yes. What are you
Yes.
eating? Meat?
Yes, I got the steak. Yeah.
All right.
I
And
figured
that is also good?
it is very lovely, yes.
Yes, the food has been very expensive, but very good.
Well,
Yes, though expensive, and a bit more expensive than you would have even at a restaurant in town, it has been cooked very well. Nothing's been undercooked, nothing has been overcooked, and they cook it up fast. They get it ready for big batches of people. They're doing their jobs right, at least.
They certainly have a system in place here, and a system is one thing that I can appreciate.
Mina takes a little bite of her steak and she chews it, and she goes, "Speaking of expense, Mr. Hawks, are you quite certain you wanted to pay for dinner today?"
Yeah, I offered, didn't I? Oh,
That was
Why
very
not?
kind of you. You must be doing quite well for yourself.
I get by. You know, I'm a professor, so I do lectures, so I have a little bit of money coming through, and you know, fingers crossed if this all plays out wonderful, Miss Marsh will help fund another expedition of mine in the future.
What kind of expedition?
Well, I'm an archaeologist, and I would love to go across the world. Maybe, has Pompeii been found yet?
Yes.
All right, go to Pompeii. That seems quite
Oh.
fascinating to me.
Yes, they found
I
that.
hear that it's almost somewhat pristine in archaeological standards. I hope you understand. understand, and to have an expedition there to really uncover the mysteries of an ancient civilization is just fascinating to me.
I heard South America is real wonderful.
I've heard that too. That's another place that I too would like to go. There's so many places.
Where's that country
I've
in North
never-
Africa? Egypt? Though you'd have to pry that
Yeah.
out of the hands of the French, I think. They're still stomping all over it.
I think
I've wanted to
maybe-
visit Seattle.
Egypt's a hotbed at the moment. You know, it's like everyone's trying to go in there. I think it's a bit too busy for me. It'd be like trying to find a place that hasn't already been. It'd be a bit, and I think the bribes are a little too pricey for my taste.
Have you traveled much, Miss Cartwright?
Oh, no, not so much. I mostly spend most of my time in San Francisco. So this trip is very exciting. This is the furthest I've been for a long time, so I am looking forward to it. That's why I keep staring out the window a lot.
Oh, me as well.
Yeah, I've noticed. Have you not traveled much either?
Not as far as all this. This is the longest trip for me.
Where are you from?
Oh, little place in the middle of nowhere. Ain't nobody heard of it. Half of us who
Oh.
live there can't spell it.
Oh,
Is it Humboldt, the place we were earlier? They don't have a newspaper.
No, Mr. Jones. I ain't never been there before. That was a new experience for me.
Yes, everything is new, isn't it?
Except for what's old with the dinosaurs and Pompeii and
Point.
the other
that
places.
aren't new. Yes. How about yourself? Are you interested in dinosaurs?
Well, I saw a picture of one once, and I reckon I'd like to see that in the wilds.
Well, yeah, I think we'd all find it fascinating, but
Especially
also-
that taxidermist fella. I reckon he could make up one real nice.
oh,
That'd be great.
that
Although,
would be quite impressive.
We'd have to keep Miss Landry from climbing all over it. She'd be straight up there. Nobody'd be able to get her down.
Well,
Yeah.
are any of you familiar with, forgive me, Miss Staunton, for shining a light on this, but Miss Staunton's work in recreating drawings of the Paleolithic era?
You know, I have seen a bunch of pictures of dinosaurs, and I don't think I put two and two together. These were yours?
Well, not all of them, but some, yes. I came out here to America to, well, after the passing of my dear Wilfred, I thought to explore somewhat and paint the great American West, like the painters of yore, but I arrived 20 years too late, tragically. I somewhat happened upon other academics, and they suggested that perhaps I might try my hand at recreating some of these creatures that they're digging out of the earth. And well, I just somewhat landed myself into becoming a dinosaur artist, as it could be
I
said.
imagine it's quite a creative work to have to start from the skeletal structure of such a creature and add dinosaur to them.
It is. I try to find similarities between creatures that we know. So I would look at perhaps the skeletal structure of an elephant or of a rhinoceros and see how those are constructed, and then try to extrapolate from there and work with the others.
Oh, I think that's
Very
quite
right.
astute. Yes, good. There must be some similarities between creatures that live today and then.
It's the great theory by Mr. Charles Darwin, was it not?
Yes,
The evolution.
Darwinism. Yeah.
It certainly feels
Fascinating.
like you're a pioneer, just a different type. A pioneer of the very old West.
Perhaps. But what is old is new again.
That is true.
Yes. Charles Darwin died just last year, so you may have gotten a letter at some point, but then killed over before you could get anything commissioned.
Oh, I got a little
And
game
again,
we could play. Them dinosaurs, they is naming some of them after the scientists that's finding them. So, well, Miss Cartwright, if you were to find a dinosaur, what would you call it?
Oh, well, maybe. Huh. I don't think Kittysaur would probably be as respected. So maybe, maybe Clarissor. That doesn't quite sound dinosaur-like, but could be.
Does not need to end with sword. Could be Clarissadopterus.
Oh, that's true. Cartieritis. They're.
And that
That
sounds like a disease.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it? I'm not good at naming dinosaurs. I'm so used to rocks. What about yourself?
Yes, I also give names to rocks. Like,
No, what would your dinosaur be?
oh, himself? I'm not sure. I don't know. Diplodocus? Diplodocus, I suppose. Is that one yet?
That one works. Sounds similar to one that I maybe know that.
Mm-hmm.
And Professor, I'm sure you've been figuring out names for things all the time in your work.
Yes, Professor Hawks. Have you ever named one?
Oh, no. I'm an archaeologist. I essentially find human impact on history, not paleontology.
Well, I'm sure there's some overlap between anthropology and Uh-oh, choo-choo.
Oh, we're already late if we ain't moving.
Yeah, we better.
Your plates have been cleaned, and you were just so engrossed in conversation. The
Look at
30
us.
minutes of dinner just flew by.
That was very pleasant. Thank you again, Mr. Hawks.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Hawks.
That's
Thank you.
that's okay. That's no problem.
Do you prefer Mr. Hawks or Professor Hawks? Let's talk on the train.
I actually prefer Ryan, if I'm honest.
But between Professor or Mr., which would you like me to refer to you as?
You can call me Professor.
All right,
I'm gonna
Professor
miss the
Hawks.
train.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're going.
Okay, the train. Yeah.
As the whistle for last call on board the train goes, and the engines are idling, you chugga choo choo your way on towards Ogden, Utah territory. And it's pleasant. It's the same thing as last night. You guys have about an hour on the train before the turn down service. Ready to get the lamps going, and they're starting to make down the beds. While they're starting to turn down the beds, Mina and Kitty, you guys are first again, because, they're alternating bunks. While you're doing that, Mina, you are approached by Ms. Lydiana Price. Oh, I don't believe we've been fully introduced. I'm Ms. Lydiana Price.
Ms. Wilhelmina Staunton.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. This is my boyfriend, Mr. Jun Lee. He's
Mina's like, second? Pleasure.
yes. I couldn't help but notice your accent. From beautiful Europe, yes? The UK?
Yes, I'm from
England?
England,
yes. I was wondering if you've ever been to the Mediterranean.
It depends. What do you consider to be the Mediterranean?
Oh, well, I've never really been myself, but I hear it's pleasantly warm and temperate most of the year. I was looking to acquire a villa for us to settle down in after we get married over there. As can't really do it here, otherwise they won't grant him a citizenship and they'll take mine, and I'm not about to have that. I insist on keeping my business. So we're getting married overseas, someplace warm, comfortable. I was wondering if you had any recommendations of lovely places you may have been.
Well, let me think. A few years past, my dear Wilfred and I, we summered in Italy.
Oh, how is that?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful land. We summered in a city called Bologna in the northern region. It's a little far away from the coast, but not too far. You can travel.
I do
2
like the
hours.
water. I've gone quite acclimated to California, and I just love the sea.
Well, the Italian Sea, let me tell you, is something spectacular.
Is it? Well, it's good to hear. Maybe we'll go to Italy first. What do you think about that? Because wherever you want to go, Lydiana. Cute. And just a little, shoulder, slap. And Well, thank you. I've also heard good things about Greece, and I hear that's nearby. But Italy, they do have lots of noodles there, don't they? Lots of the
Well, in
macaroni.
Italy they call it pasta.
Pasta, yes, yes. June loves noodles, so, I was thinking that maybe we could go and he could still, mix with his stir fries and things. Not really sure the ingredient differences, but I'm sure we can make do.
The Italians are known for their food. Perhaps you could create a fusion between your cuisines.
Oh, I do love a good fusion between things, and I look over at June. Yes, quite a wonderful idea. I'll have to write it down so I don't forget. Bologna, you say we'll have to take a train there as we get over. Maybe we could take a boat too. We were going to New York. They have a big harbor there, and I figure we could take a boat to wherever port we wish. We'd go to Italy. Sounds lovely.
Miss Price, I feel like someday we should take tea on one of these stops. I would love to
We
talk more.
should take tea. In fact, perhaps breakfast tomorrow.
That sounds wonderful.
Yes, indeed. Wonderfully speaking with you, Miss Staunton.
You too, Miss Price. Excuse me. And then she's
Yes.
going to go get ready for bed.
Yeah,
so
your
she's
bunks
like,
are made up, and they've moved over to Mr. Lee and Mrs. Price's bunks, making those up. They
In the bathroom, Mina's like, oh my god. Holy shit.
Yes. What kind of thoughts are going through Mina's head as she's, taking a moment to change into her pajamas and go, oh my god.
It's like sensory overload. And also like a lot of whiplash because she's been talking about her husband a lot today, so that's obviously bringing up a lot of that grief. But then also like
it's a weird
chicks out
mirror
here.
because she's about your age.
She's about my age. She's got herself this young hot fella,
Yeah,
Chinese guy, and Mina's just like, oh, could I do that? Is that
could I
possible?
do that? Absolutely, you
Not
could.
that she's looking right now, but you know what I mean? Like, she thought her life was, like, low-key over. And now
Yeah.
she's like, huh, maybe it's not.
I mean, if you based look on her, it looks like her life's just starting round 2,
She looks like she's having a great time.
She's having a grand time. She's very excited about her villa on the Mediterranean, wherever that may be. And is there anything else anyone wants to do before bedtime tonight? No? Wonderful. Great.
Change into my business pajamas.
Yeah, nothing
Yes.
specific. Kitty's journaling the latest day of travel and things and writing up stuff.
Yes, Doris is again in that top bunk facing you, Kitty, till you close the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no penguin in front of me this time on the bunk, or are they?
She's there. She's
Yeah,
sitting
back
in the
on
bunk
there.
right across from you. Yeah.
It's like, and I'll look over at the penguin, and I'll just sort
You
of
get her a little
like
nightcap.
very very quietly, but kind of like as a little joke to herself, she'll just stare at the penguin and go, "Did you pay for that bunk?" And just shut the curtain between them.
As she says that, Ryan walks by and hears that.
Absolutely. And you see the penguin on the top bunk.
Never mind, nothing. Just shut that curtain. Shut that curtain. Be like, just,
Right. Okay.
So, never mind. It was a joke. I'm not talking to myself.
That's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to ask you something. That's all.
Oh,
It was something that was
certainly.
gonna
Sorry, I
mean
didn't mean
over-
to be rude.
No. That's fine. That's fine. It's over dinner. Sophia's been wanting to show you our place down in Boston. So at the end of this, if you'd like, would you like to travel back to me in Boston and myself, Sophia? We can show you the East Coast.
Oh.
You don't have to answer now. It's just the offer's there should you want to.
Thank you. That would be lovely. I mean, if I can help out in any way, I mean, sure, but I wouldn't want to be a burden with everything that's going on, and things. So I'd be there to help
fine.
or assist in any way.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We've plenty of time before that. All right.
Right.
Sure. Let me. I'll have to figure out my affairs, but that would be lovely to see the East Coast and to see you both over there again. So.
Mm-hmm. And we'll show you some of the museums over there as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Kitty,
Journal
make
in the
me
book,
a
like,
power
ooh, lost it.
check, please.
Uh-oh. What? Power
Please
check.
make me a power check.
You know what?
Ooh, this
I'm gonna
didn't go wrong
check.
before.
Lindy, I'm going to check that
Yes.
top bunk
Sure.
with Doris's.
There's a penguin. There's a taxidermied penguin in that bunk. With a tiny sombrero.
Ooh,
Right.
hard success.
Great. Excellent.
I'm gonna grab it,
Yeah?
take it, and I'm gonna.
Oh, could you
give
make
it
me a
back.
power check?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll try. Hard success.
All
Um,
right.
That
and I'm
penguin
gonna-
ain't affecting us.
And I'm gonna give it back to the person who it owns. He's assumed he's just forgotten about it, so he's gonna go
Yes,
back to
yes,
the
sure.
thing and say, I
Oh,
can't remember
yes.
his name.
Mr.
Francis Bailey.
Francis Bailey. And he kind of gently, if they've got the curtain closed, he'll gently tap the
His
curtain.
bunk's getting made up now. He's like one of the
Oh,
last people to
wonderful.
get their bunk made up. Yeah.
Mr. Bailey. Mr. Bailey.
Oh,
I
I?
believe this is the one of them that got away.
yes, it's right. So they weren't able to find their crate for this one today, so I had to keep it out in the cabin all day. I'm hoping tomorrow maybe we can get it back into a crate. But yeah, thank you. I'm just gonna. What? I don't want to crush the taxidermy. Just sit right here. And he like sets Doris down. Next to the bunk.
Well, I didn't want it going missing or anything. It's a magnificent
No,
specimen.
that'd be terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be. Right, well, good night.
Have a good night.
Right. And then I'll head off to bed.
Certainly. So everyone goes to sleep. Sweet, sweet dreams. Sweet, sweet dreams indeed. Ryan Hawks,
Hi there.
you have a dream.
I have many dreams.
You sure do. In this dream, you are in a jungle,
Right?
and there is like a ziggurat. You could see through the thick underbrush ahead of you in a clearing.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, that's fascinating. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna hack my way through the to get to the ziggurat.
That's the wrong music. Sorry. Yes, hack through. You've got a machete.
Yeah.
You can easily hack through the underbrush. It's warm. You can feel the sweat pouring down your brow. But you're able to get to this open clearing where this ziggurat is, and you look, and at the bottom step of the ziggurat is Doris, the taxidermy penguin.
Well, I don't think a penguin's supposed to be here.
They're not normally indigenous to the jungles, no.
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 Oh. And he'll kind of crouch down and look at it. And it is the taxidermy. It's not a real penguin that's moving.
No, it's
the
the taxidermy penguin.
Huh. Now, why are you here? Huh. And he'll kind of stand up and have a look at everything and have a look around for anything that's unusual, apart from a penguin. Anything in addition to unusual, because this is very unusual.
Yeah. This ziggurat is pristine. It looks like
Oh.
it's not a ruins. Let's just put it that way.
Oh. Do I know it's a dream at this point?
Good question. You made a hard power check, so it feels dreamy, dreamlike.
Right. Now that's probably moving the penguin and talking about expeditions to South America, probably.
Something shiny at the
two,
top of
yeah.
that ziggurat.
I mean, it would be a shame if I didn't have a look. All right, and I'll start climbing.
You start climbing up, and when you get to the top, there's a large, floating shard of crystal glinting in the sunlight in this clearing.
Oh. Okay. He's
Weird
gonna
that
have
it's
a look
floating. That's
around.
not normal.
Oh, wait, it's floating?
A large floating shard of crystal. What if it is a
How-
dream?
How big is this crystal? Like,
About
can I
2 foot
grab it?
tall,
Okay. Oh,
18 inches wide, 2 feet tall.
it's
No,
something you don't
12 inches
see every
wide.
day. And he's gonna, as it's floating, he's gonna put his hand underneath the floaty part to see what happens.
Nothing. It's. You feel like a slight wave of pressure, like when you stick your hand under water, but there's no
Yeah.
wetness to it. It's just that
Huh.
pressure.
Well, it is a dream. Well, and he grabs it to take it.
You touch the crystal, and can I have you make me a second power check, please? And thank you.
Sure. A success. It's a normal
Success. Cool. You touch it, and you feel a rush go through you. And a few images flash by really quickly. You see a group of people. It's like the ziggurat as if it's being built. You see groups of
one.
people.
Oh, okay.
But there's strange creatures next to them. Dinosaurs, maybe? It's so fast you can't get a good look, but you know that there's people and something else. Something much taller. And then there's a flash and the ziggurat is constructed, and there's a leader of these people. You can tell based on, you've done archaeology, you know a bit of anthropology. They've got strange tattoos and markings. They seem to be dressed a lot nicer than the rest of the people. And you see them with a big circle carved into the top of this ziggurat with all these strange runes, and it flashes and it glows, and you see a crystal now in place. And a wave of energy, and woof, you come out of it. Those visions that flash by, each one lasting only a couple seconds at most. Can I have you make me a sanity check, please?
Yeah, sure. Where are you? There we go. Oh, how do you make a sanity check? It's a power check, isn't it, basically?
Just sanity is going to be next to your sanity score.
Yeah, I click it. Hang on.
If you're in edit mode, it
I know
won't work.
exactly what I need to fill in.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I didn't fill in the other side. That's
No,
what
yeah,
happened.
well, you have to start counting down that sanity.
Okay.
That would be at least a hard success, if not an extreme. So you don't lose any sanity from this. But it's strange. It's weird. It definitely looked like that shard of crystal was part of a larger device, too.
Oh.
But
Okay.
you don't get any more, and you wake up, and you're a little clammy.
Being a
your
little
dream.
kind of like, maybe a little claustrophobic because it's so
Yeah.
kind of thing. And he'll kind of just try and roll over and go back to sleep, but it's not working, so he'll just get up
Yeah,
and
early.
like go for a walk.
You get up,
Yeah.
walk up and down the train car,
Yeah.
and you can tell it's raining. You can hear the rain hitting the metal roof of the train. You can hear the wind blowing it onto the windows every now.
I think I'll go to one end of the car and have a smoke. Smoke something.
Easily done.
Like, pull the window
Pull out
a
a
little bit
cigarette.
to let some fresh air come in as well, and the coldness to kind of help me out.
Yeah.
And I'll probably just stay there
Okay.
for a bit until I calm down.
Kitty, you have the same dream as you did last time. Your father calling out to you and then telling you to run before you wake up again in a cold sweat.
She kind of just sits. Is the curtain open and the penguin there? Because that's
yeah.
how she woke up last time.
You woke up and the penguin is there. Yes.
The penguin is there on the
She
bed
is.
again.
Yes.
And I saw Ryan take it away, right?
I mean, yeah, sure.
I will turn it around so that it's
Yeah.
not facing me.
Sure. It's just a taxidermy penguin.
Yeah, I
That's
will
easy
just
enough
turn
to
it
do.
around, I
It
think.
doesn't give you any resistance.
Like, 'cause it's just disconcerting and confusing, but her mind is mostly on her father and in the dream. So it's just more don't stare at me kind of thing. And she'll shut the curtain and she'll sit there kind of breathing heavy and confused, like, well, yeah. Just, I think
She doesn't really get any imagery. It was mostly just the jungle and voices, wasn't it?
Yep. Your father's voice, specifically.
Yeah, yeah.
And the taxidermy penguin was there.
Yeah. And I think
No hat
she'll
in the
just sort
dream,
of-
though.
no, okay.
Yeah.
I think she just ends up sort of sitting, kind of, sort of like huddled, sort of hugging her knees a bit
around.
in the bunk, because I don't think she feels she can go back to sleep.
Yeah. You notice Ryan's awake as well, smoking a cigarette at the end of the car. Probably the gentleman's end.
Is he like pacing up and down a bit and stuff? I think she doesn't want to show that she's distressed, so she sort of notices, but close, like if she's opened the curtain slightly, she'll close the curtain, and just tries to silently compose herself, and shake it off, really, because she's not really sure what to do, and she doesn't want to reveal that she's like having issues. Because I think there's a lot of like, you've got to get over this, it's been 5 years, and to be now having these dreams at this point, probably, and she thinks it's just because she's getting closer to where he disappeared, so it's just bringing all of that back again.
Yeah, that's definitely probably it.
Yeah, and I think she's probably had a lot of problems with sleeping generally since he disappeared, and maybe has only just started to get over it, and now it's all kicking off again. So I think she's just gonna sit there and desperate, kind of probably thinking, oh, maybe a cigarette would help, but I'm just gonna sit here and not reveal what's going on and just wait for morning.
You wait for morning, and morning is not long from now. Before you know it, you are pulling into Ogden, Salt Lake City area. It's a bit north, about 30 miles north of Salt Lake City. But it's in the Utah Territory. It is bright and early Sunday, April 8th at 8 a.m. And, everyone gets woken up about an hour before breakfast, same as yesterday.
She gets up slightly earlier to go and like wash her face and make sure she doesn't look, because I think she's probably been a bit crying and stuff, but trying to silently, like, because she's a bit distressed by everything and annoyed at herself as well. So she wants to get up and make sure she doesn't look that way when curtains open and stuff. So she's probably gone and refreshed herself and then pretended like she's just got up and everything's fine, even though she's probably got some bags because she hasn't slept well for 2 nights now. So she's probably not looking. She's trying desperately to do the whole pinching cheeks. Like, oh no. Anyway.
Yeah. Ryan probably would have just stayed up. He would have smoked and then realized he just couldn't go back to sleep. So he would have got changed and just stayed up.
Easy enough. Everyone's awake. Everyone gets ready for breakfast. And there's porters with umbrellas to get the first class passengers into the dining hall this morning, as it is raining pretty hard.
Would I be aware of any sort of, like, because it's such a stronghold of Mormon culture or LDS culture, since it's Sunday?
Yes.
Would they do things differently here on a Sunday? Like, is there something we can expect to be different, or Jones would like anticipate what's different so I don't freak out about it?
Not for the station, not for the train. It would be the locals who would be going to temple. Not all of them. Not all of them are Mormon. There's just a heavy Mormon population here, though.
Yeah.
This is the Holy Valley, as they call it.
Is this before or after Brigham Young? I'm trying to remember. I think it's after, or maybe right in the middle of. I don't know.
It might be right in the middle of it. Yeah. No, he died in 1877, so it's after.
Okay, all right.
We're about 8 years after. No.
That's some
6,
fascinating
5,
stuff.
6. Yeah, 77. 1977. So it is. It is why I've done a lot of reading.
So I don't know if they're still trying to break away from the Union or not. or
I don't think at this moment.
Some wild
no,
stuff.
they're dealing with the fact that polygamy was outlawed last year, and they're trying to
Right.
figure out ways around that.
Or
Which
through it.
technically they're not a state, they're a territory, so there's a little leeway still right now, and maybe they're trying to keep it that way. It's a whole thing right now. So, but no, the station itself in Ogden would operate more normally. You probably just won't see many of the locals out until probably midday. Well, not all the locals, the Mormon locals. But breakfast here, due to Ogden having a much larger population than the other stops you've been to so far, of 6,210, it's a hopping little place. There's hotels, there's saloons. It's a good sized little city. This is a major stop on the railroad. This is where everyone would transfer their luggage from the Pacific Railroad to the Union Railroad. So the Central Pacific to the Union Pacific. So your porters are going to be very busy. This stop is going to be multiple hours, so you have time to do, things around town if you like, because it takes time to load everything off of one carriage and load it onto the corresponding carriage on the other train. Breakfast here has pretty much the same options as yesterday. Porridge. There's no grilled fish, though, so it's porridge, pancakes with jam, but they do have notably a few more options here, including bacon. They have fresh eggs, which they have scrambled or fried, and fresh fruits. So there are apples and cherries and some other things as well. So, because there's a lot more farming in this area than where you have.
Plain porridge, please.
Plain porridge, $1. Scoops right up, coming right up for you guys.
I think Ryan will just have a cup of coffee. He's lost his appetite. He hasn't got one.
Yeah.
So he's just going to grab a cup of coffee, read the newspaper, and smoke.
Yes, and you're able to read, there's multiple newspapers here. They have the Ogden paper,
Oh, goody.
and they also have the Salt Lake
Here's them all.
City paper.
Compare them all to that one little paper, the little
Yeah.
They're much larger.
biased
There's
paper that I found.
the
Yeah.
Ogden
like
paper is
the
at least 2 to
good
4 pages.
old-fashioned-
Same with the Salt Lake City one.
Nothing here, just insulting the next town over. That's strange.
There's some pettiness still, but much less pettiness. And a lot more advertisements in this one because there's a lot more local businesses and things, and elixirs and cleaners and whatnot, shoes, garments, a lot of travel accessories, especially in the Ogden paper because people coming through on the railroad. But breakfast is hot, fresh, ready. It smells good. Yeah.
Is there a local newspaper?
Yes, that would be the Ogden paper.
The Ogden paper.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where Reggie went missing. This is the last known.
This was his last stop on the railroad before he took the Mormon Trail down. So the last big city he probably would have been in would have been Salt Lake City.
Okay.
But we're just outside of Salt Lake, right? We're not far.
Yeah, you could get a charter a coach, and it could get you there in probably about 2-3 hours. Weather depending.
Wait,
it's
how
raining.
long did you say we had? Before
You'll
the
have
ne-
to ask
we
your
head out?
porters. They'll have an estimate of how long it's going to take for you after breakfast. They kind of have to tally up all the luggage, see how their porters are doing. There's a big swap happening right now. There's
Yeah.
this mess hall, this dining hall is much bigger. It's at least 3 times the size of the ones you've
Yeah.
been in so far because they have trains coming in from
Multiple.
opposite directions much more frequently. This is the big turnover stop. So-
Well, once I've had breakfast, I would like to inquire on how long it's going to take to see if there is time to go. And do
Certainly.
some investigating.
Yes. There's actually a bit of bad news. You see, one of the train
The
conductor
child is
come up.
dead. Oh no!
No, she said bad news.
She was eaten by a groundhog. Sorry.
Eaten by a groundhog. So you see one of the train conductors. I've got an announcement to make. Unfortunately, all trains heading eastbound will be stopped for at least several days due to a landslide on the tracks ahead. There is a local hotel, the Broom Hotel, $3.50 a night per room. There are also other accommodations, but he's making the announcement to the first class passengers. But you'll probably want to stay at the Broom Hotel. We're not sure exactly how long it's going to take to clear the tracks. but a minimum of several days at best.
Jones immediately turns to August and he says, August, please make haste to this Broom Hotel and secure lodgings for our entire party.
Any and
I don't
all,
want them to run out.
if you would like your checked luggage to not be held for the next eastbound train, do please let us know. We will pull it off for you. All of your personal luggage will be brought to this room here for your convenience.
He sends August right away. He doesn't want the hotel to run out. He knows there's going to be a rush.
So
There is
August
gonna
for
be a
breakfast,
rush. Yes.
Lindy was having an apple and some coffee and maybe some bacon and eggs. But he's got the apple and he'd been taking his time to peel it. So he hasn't managed to eat anything yet.
Oh no! I'm not
He kinda
convinced
sets
August has
down the
eaten
the
since
apple.
the start of this campaign.
He did manage steak last night.
They eat. They just don't eat calmly. It's always like,
Yes.
They're always interrupted. Yep. Mhm.
yeah, always interrupted.
Yes, August is off. And I think he'll give a quick look to passing to Ryan saying, shall I sort out rooms for you as well?
Yeah, Jones says for the party.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
everyone who's here for Marsh. Yeah.
Yes.
That girl can sleep in a gutter.
And as you all get the bad news that all eastbound trains on the Union Pacific line are shut down, well, technically all westbound trains can't get through either. For the time being, you're stuck here. Guess that missing person's just gonna have to wait. And hopefully they don't die. It's not like it's a
they've
pressing
think I
mission.
tried to round-
missing this long. What's an extra couple of days?
What's an extra week or two? It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I'm going to round everyone up,
Yeah.
except for August, who I sent off to do work. He's running down the street with an apple. The peel trailing behind him. And he just sort of says, well, I suppose that Mr. Lakes will not go any more missing than he already is, but we do not want the trail to go cold. Should we consider maybe finding another means of conveyance to Colorado? I'm not sure that we could make up the time difference in any case.
And were you that? We're gonna end today's session. You guys have to figure out what you're gonna do now that there's a big old terrible landslide and it's storming pretty good outside. Soon it'll be double missing. Yes, soon. Thank you all so much for playing. We're gonna go around in the same order we started. We're gonna go who you are, where you find you, if that matters, if you care, and your highlights, your favorite moments. That I definitely need that part. Your highlights of tonight's game. So, Mr. Bucky Boone, how was today for you?
It was awesome. I mean, I loved it. The favorite bits is going to be the hardest possible section I think I've had in a while. But yeah, I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for having me, Lindy. So yeah, I'm Holotale. I'm not really many places online right now, but you can find me as the narrator on the Templin Institute on YouTube. And yeah, I think my favorite moments, I mean, there were so many of them because I just felt like so much good character came out today. Like everybody had a great moment. I will say that any time that Jones opens his mouth, it's brilliant. I absolutely love that. I think one of my favorite things is just a recurring August not getting their food or having to stuff it in their face as they sprint. It's just brilliant. That poor man can never have a calm meal.
Poor man. Someone who has had calmer meals this trip. Kitty Cartwright, how is tonight for you?
Yeah, great. I mean, it's always great. It's really fun. I know that we're doing a horror, but I spend so much of my time laughing or smiling incredibly wide doing this show, mostly because of everyone else. I'm just like, mute myself and just watch and enjoy. You can find me, well, good luck actually. I don't go on social media all that much, but I'm on, but you can find me tomorrow, in fact, on my own Twitch channel, Kate Madison, because me and a friend, Bonnie, are playing through Split Fiction right now. We started last week. Absolutely love the Hazelight Studios who make those games, so we're very excited that it's finally released and we can play. So feel free to join us for that tomorrow at about 7:30. We're not that accurate about our timings, but about then. And
And yeah, gosh, favorite moments. I mean, again, so many fun things. I think I mean, I loved the groundhog stuff, but as visual like entertainment in my own head at least. But I think I will say that Ryan deciding to ask for these poor porters to get them a special table so that we can all sit down and have a moment together, which did create a lovely little like, so tell us, let's figure out all these characters. And it was really nice to have that moment. So I think that was a really nice moment personally. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Someone who provided many nice moments, Edison Jones.
Hi, I'm Doc. But I play Edison on stream. It was just great. It was another really fun, really great episode. I love the gambling moments because just it's antithetical to everything Jones is, and so like just the gentle encouragement, and then it sort of spiraled into this whole like it's okay to try different things and expect things to not go the way you planned them to go, which is really hard for him. So that was something I enjoyed personally. I loved the groundhog scene, and I loved Mina getting her groove back. Like Mina be like, should I get a boy toy? And then meanwhile, off camera, Charlie and I, Frost and August and Jones are like, is this woman human trafficking that man? like what is going on? So that was super fun. I'm here every Wednesday, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. We are currently casting for a new campaign that I'm running over on High Shelf Collective. If you're a part of that Discord,
Love High Shelf
I'm running
Collective.
I'm running a campaign of Heart, the City Beneath by Rowan Rook and Deckard. And it's going to be about 10, 12 episodes, and casting's still open. So if you're a part of that High Shelf Collective Discord, get over there and you can come play with me. That would be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. That series starts on the 10th of next month, so it's going to be pretty fast.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Bathtub filled with porcupines.
Excellent, excellent. Bathtubs filled with porcupines is August Hope's worst nightmare.
Gotcha.
It's my specific kink. No, I had a great time today. Thank you all so much for having me again. I'm not really around. I have very little to promote. Other than the theme of this week for me has been being a dinosaur on the Isle. Recommend checking out. If you haven't, it's currently on sale. Don't work for the company, no affiliations. But I have a great time being a dinosaur. My favorite moments is every time someone is incorrectly addressed, watching Susie get incrementally more and more tense. I loved that. And I loved Kate/Kitty coming up with the name of a dinosaur and desperately trying to make Clarissaur work. That was one of my favorites. And I also actually really liked that we got a glimpse of some more Bucky Boone today, and it felt like some more genuine Bucky Boone. We were getting some real lore, it felt like. Maybe not deep lore, but I think we got a few truths out of the Boone. So yeah, no, I really enjoyed that today.
Someone I really enjoy every day, Mina Staunton. Susie, how is today for you?
Oh, it was great. I love this game. I love all the players. I love everybody's characters. I loved that little dinner scene where we all got to learn bits and pieces about each other. It was very nice, very important, I think. My favorite bit was the Demon Child card shark, though. Absolutely. Demon Child card shark. That kid terrifies me. That's the scariest thing I've ever seen in any game I've ever played. And we gave her a lot of little weapons. So that's good. Yeah.
You guys think the groundhog's alive?
So far.
Okay. All right. I'm worried about that groundhog. But when I'm not playing a snooty Victorian lady who may find herself a boy toy out here in the American wilds, I stream on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/hello, it's me, Bobby. And at the minute, I am customizing a little Gundam. I'm painting it up myself. So that's what I'm doing. So come join me for that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Someone who's as cute as a little Gundam would be Ryan Hawks. Tom, how are you today?
That is the nicest thing someone has said to me for a while. Oh. It was great. It's so much fun. I like playing Ryan again, but Ryan senior.
Senior, yes.
Senior. So it's like 2 generations up from the original Ryan Hawks. But
Original Ryan's
yeah,
grandpa.
it's great. It's great. You know, I love it. It's and I look forward to it every Wednesday. It feels right to have a Call of Cthulhu game every week again. It feels right. You know, it's like I've come home.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite is I'm gonna mimic Susie, but more specifically the way that the little kid said cards. It broke me. It broke me. That did that was perfect, and I truly believe that that little kid is some sort of puppet or avatar for Doris. I fundamentally believe that.
I don't know. She woke up that next morning and went, "Mommy, I don't want a penguin anymore."
There you go.
So, you know, I don't think she likes Doris. I think maybe Doris did
Aw.
something.
I like Doris. I
Doris. Love Doris.
Yeah, she's the best. She's the best. Look at that. Look at that.
I also want to shout out really quickly Lindy's Australian no as
Nar.
a big highlight. It was so obstinate today.
No. There's so many R's. It's great.
Thank you. I thought I had to think about it real hard. So if I wanted to get one thing right, it was Nar. Thank you, Tom. And that just leaves me. Oh, my highlights. I really liked y'all getting to know each other. I really like a group to kind of find their groove before the terror begins. So that way they all have much more emotional attachment and so much more to lose. And also, that way I know more about them. Because the more I know about them, the more I can, you know, give them things relevant to their characters and backstories. Not all good things, but things relevant at the very least. I enjoyed Mina's. I'm gonna give a little moment for everybody. We'll start with Mina because that was the first one. I enjoyed her panic of, could I have this? Like, I just loved her, like, is life not over moments. That was beautiful on the train. I loved Ryan Hawks inviting Kitty up to Boston after this is over, assuming they're both alive and not insane, to have just some nice time. I liked Kitty talking with Bucky about rocks. I thought that was pretty entertaining. I just like being the voice of Kitty's aunt on her shoulder, being like, the gentlemen are engaging with you. I think it's fun. It's mostly fun for me, but I enjoy it. And then of course Bucky Boone pull out a few of his cards in the least con man-y sort of way, saying that he's basically just a jack of all trades, not a con man. It's fine. I loved Edison making do with the brown bread, the circus of grains. That is the particular phrase that got me. The circus of grains in here. I loved that. And of course, dear August, catching the heck out of that groundhog, just being like, whoop, just nabbing it, like, I'm gonna get that $20. And then sharing it with the people who helped and Mr. Jones. I thought that was grand. And I cannot wait to see what you all do next week. Some things are going to happen. There's, you have to decide what you want to do, how you want to get to Colorado from
There's
here.
some sightseeing.
Yeah, clocks are ticking, and I'm sure things aren't going to happen at all. So, thank you all so much for watching. You can find us here every other Monday and Tuesday. Not last night. I had to take a mental sanity day for myself because I'm doing home renovations and flooring. Let me tell you about flooring. It'll get to you. But we will, not next week, but the week after, have our Monday Aliens game, which is now bi-weekly. We had it on Monday, and it was so terrifying, but so good. So that'll be Monday after next, along with Ghost of Saltmarsh. And of course, here next week for more Treks of Terror. Until next time, everybody, have fun and play games.